and welcome to the 18th Cadian Army Group YouTube channel. Today it is a very special battle report. It is the Astra Militarum versus the Tau. So as you can see here, the Astra Militarum are on the attack. They are on the offensive in this particular scenario, and we'll be doing a new series on the channel with the new Tempest of War cards. So we're using those cards finally for the channel, and as you can see here, the Tau are defending this sector, and they must repel the attack against the Army Group. The Army Group is confident enough to expand its territory for the glory of the Emperor. Right, so this is roughly 2,000 points of Cadians Astra Militarum, but before we go through the list, we're going to call out those that are Elite Plus members that are supporting me through Patreon. So we have Marcus Fraze, Chris Comiskey, Scott Costello, Winston Adkins, Henrik Pearson, Tyler Grizzle, we have Devin Matthews, Maxfield Knuckles and Daniel Baker. Special thank you to those that are supporting me on Elite Plus on Patreon, and for those that are supporting me through the lower tiers on Patreon and YouTube membership. So if you want to join the Astra Militarum and be a member of the 18th Cadian Army Group, do head over to Patreon and that of YouTube membership. Join today, win glory for the Emperor. So starting off with the command section, so we have a battalion detachment, and all of these models will have the Cadian, they represent Cadians as their particular regimental trait. A new formation has been founded for the hallowed bombardiers. It is what's known as the Spear of the 57th, or just the Spear. So this is a new detachment that has been assigned to the 57th hallowed bombardiers. They do have a super heavy detachment, so that's what they'll be known as. So there you go. So that works just over 2,000 points, slightly over 2,000 points. Oh, he's just pointed. The engine's here is going to make sure that the... so we have 6 command points, of which we have a battalion detachment. 2 of the CPs have been distributed in the list here. So we have the brand new Games Workshop limited edition coin. So I'll be using this coin to represent the warlord. So we have an anonymous warlord. Here we have the Castellan. So the Castellan, the warlord trait for him, he has got the superior tactical training, meaning he will know every single type of order for the orders phase, when it's the command phase, and then he's got a power sword as well. And then we have a Commissar equipped with a close combat weapon and bolt pistol. We have a Master of Ordnance. I'm going to try him out over here. And then we have a Colonel who's in command of the Cadian Command Squad. The Colonel is equipped with a Power Fist. We have a Regimental Banner, and we have a Voxcaster, and then we have a Medipack, and then we have a Milter gun. And then transporting the company detachment, a regimental detachment rather, we have Chris Comiskey, who is in command of this Chimera. The Chimeras are equipped with Dozer Blade, hull-mounted heavy flamer and armoured tracks as well. So giving that extra armoured protection there. And then in command of the regular battle tanks, we have Maxfield Knuckles. I've given him the relic, the Gatekeeper, as well. So it's going to be very, very nasty battle cannon there. All WYSIWYG, so he's got Dozer Blade. He's got a Hunter Killer Missile as well, and armoured tracks as well. So this is what we're representing here. And he's equipped with a hull-mounted las cannon and sponson heavy bolters as well. And then over here, debuting on the channel for the first time, we have the Field Ordnance Guns. So these are the lighter version of the Basilisks. So we have one Field Ordnance Gun. Marcus Fraze is in command of this battery, and then we have Scott Costello accompanying him as well with this field ordnance gun there. And then we have two regular Lehman Russes, all equipped with dozer blades and armoured tracks, sponson heavy bolters, las cannon and battle cannon. And then we have, that's Devin Matthews is in command of this Lehman Russ, and then we have Tyler Grizzle who's in command of that Lehman Russ there. And then we have Marshall Cummings is in command of the reconnaissance section of this detachment, so he will be representing these three Sentinels. And then we have regular infantry squads, 1, 2 and 3. Each of the infantry squads are equipped with a Voxcaster and a grenade launcher, one of which is equipped with an autocannon. And then we have a missile launcher, and then we have a las cannon. And the patrons we have here is Sergeant Drew Gums, and then we have Anthony Leach for this squad here. We also have Harrison Leach as well, and then we have Donald Hammer, who's in command of this squad, and Henrik Pearson, also known as Little Tank. And then we have over here in command, we have Sergeant Peter Nastro is in command of that squad there. So those are the infantry squads there. And then we have the mechanised detachment of the regiment. We have, these are Cadian shock troops here. So we have Sergeant Shay Strait, also known as Cadian Sergeant Steele. And then we have George Whitehall, who's in command, second in command with the Voxcaster there. And then we have Phil Marshall, who is equipped with the Melter gun today. And then we have Mr. Eggsauce. Yes, he's going to supercharge his plasma in every shot that he does and will die gloriously for the Emperor. Temporary Patreon tag here, I've yet to update that. That's for Josh Caudle. He is a veteran guardsman over there. And then over here we have Sergeant Ray Cross, who's in command. And then we have Patrick Darling with the Melter gun, and then we have Ryan Woolley with this Melter gun there. Sorry, with the plasma gun. And then we have a new YouTube member, Matthew Tucker. He is a veteran of the Cadian Army Group there. And then over here we have Dylan Moore, Sergeant Dylan Moore, and then we have Joseph Darling, who's in command, is a veteran of this squad as well. So then over here we have the Bane Sword, costing 440 points. So I've gone for maximum sponsons. This is requested by Winston Adkins himself. He is a Lieutenant General of the Army Group. So he's got 4 las cannons, and he's got 5 twin heavy bolters, and he has got the Bane Sword cannon, which is very, very nasty indeed. I've given him the tank ace ability on top of that as well, to give him the vaunted Praetorian. So that means he can issue orders, which makes narrative sense because it is the regimental super heavy tank of the Astra Militarum. A new formation has been founded for the hallowed bombardiers. It is what's known as the Spear of the 57th, or just the Spear. So this is a new detachment that has been assigned to the 57th Hallowed Bombardiers. They do have a super heavy detachment, so that's what they'll be known as. So there you go. So that works just over 2,000 points, slightly over 2,000 points. Oh, he's just pointed. The engine seer is going to make sure that the... and then lastly, we have a Tech Priest Engine Seer, Regimental Engine Seer, to add any repairs or anything like that, any battle damage to the vehicles. So that's the list there. That's over 2,000 points. As we're on the attack, my very honourable guest has allowed me to have the extra few models because we're on the attack and we want to conquer and win glory. So this is kind of a narrative themed battle report, but it'll be a lot of fun nonetheless, looking forward to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check out the Tau list. Right, this here is 2,000 points roughly of the Tau. Ish. This is the most triggery army. I get triggered by these fish goatee Xenos scum. But
cows.
Anyway.
Cows. Not fish, cows.
Cows. Space cows.
Space cows.
All right, but nonetheless, beautiful army. Thank you for coming down. And we have a new guest on the channel. His name is Matthew Kelly.
Yep.
Matthew Kelly is on the channel for the first time. So thank you, Matthew, for coming down, for bringing your lovely Tau army. So, what are we waiting for? Introduce yourself and let's see what you've got today.
Yep, so I'll be playing my Tau Sept, the Shirun Tau Sept today. This is Commander Skystrike's Hunter Cadre. We'll start off with her herself. So
it's a lady.
It is a lady.
A lady.
So this is Commander Skystrike, as we're running today, who is a Cold-Star commander with 2 shield drones. She is equipped with a high-yield burst cannon, 2 missile pods, a alternating fusion blaster, and she has the Warlord trait, Way of the Hunter, and she has the relic of the solid image projection unit.
Oh, lots of tech. No.
Yes,
stuff
all the toys.
Here.
All the toys for the lady herself.
Yep.
She is with the new ethereal for the Sept is ethereal Ornshi Tau. He has the Humble Stave and has the Warlord trait, the Path of the Carrion, and is equipped with 2 marker drones accompanying him.
Yep.
And then moving along just to the last character, we have Fireblade Standfast. He is equipped with Orator's Lantern and the Warlord trait through Unity Devastation, and again with 2 marker drones.
That trait through Unity Devastation.
It's good.
Oh,
it
the
just
memories.
Means that all of the bonuses for the Fire Warriors when they start shooting at poor Imperial Guardsmen.
Anything else?
Yes, so that's everything for the HQ choices. So accompanying Standfast is his 3 teams of Fire Warriors.
Yep.
Each one of those has a marker light on the Shazwi, a marker drone, and a Guardian drone, which is the mini transhuman drone. And that's kind of the main core of the cadre itself.
Yep.
So we have a stealth contingent with the cadre today as well. So that's 2 units of stealth suits, both with marker drones. Both have the teleport homers as well.
Yep.
And the Shazfrey of the unit has a target lock.
Excellent.
And then we move on to the 2 Crisis Suits units. So we have Crisis Team Blastburn, also known as the 80s Action Heroes due to their poses. They are all equipped with 2 plasma rifles and missile pods. 2 have shield generators and 1 has the early warning override.
Excellent.
Which probably not hugely useful against Imperial Guardian charging me, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
And 2 shield drones with them. So the Shazfrey of the unit has the Nova Surge plasma rifle as well, on top of all the other gear that comes with them.
Yep.
As well as the Iridium battlesuit to give them a 2+ save. And then we come across to the 2nd Crisis Suit unit, the slightly larger one. This is the Valkyrie squad. They are the bodyguard for Commander Skystrike. So they are all equipped with plasma rifles, missile pods, and burst cannons. The Shazfrey for the unit again has an Iridium battlesuit, and they are equipped as well with the special advanced burst cannon, which is a slightly more upgunned burst cannon.
Yeah. Tweaked and a bit more potent.
Yes. Yes. So moving to the final member of the stealth contingent, the ever-present Shadow, the Ghost Keel, equipped with the Ion Blaster and the 2 Fusion Blasters, along with the Warfare Suite.
Hold on a second. Ever-Present Shadow?
Yes.
Is that an official name?
That's the official
now
name.
To be honest with you, that is a really cool name. I do like that.
The Ever-Present Shadow earned his promotion from Stealth Suit to Ghost Kill during one of the previous games when he managed to hold an objective for the entire game against a Thousand Suns army.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, he's earned his upgrade to a Ghost Kill.
Excellent. I like that title.
Moving along, we have Commander Shazvray Hailstorm, equipped with the heavy iron cannon and 2 fusion blasters, along with the advanced targeting system, early warning override, and the target lock.
Excellent.
And they are equipped with 2 additional shielded missile drones as well today.
Yep.
And then finally is Shazvray Thundercrash in his broadside battlesuit. Yep. So called as he managed to punch to death 5 Chaos Space Marines in close combat.
That's good news. That's
yes.
good to report that.
Yeah. So he's equipped with the heavy rail rifle, the missile pods, and the system that allows him to move and shoot without penalty and shoot into combat without penalty.
That's excellent.
So that is my entire 100 cadre today. They've recently graduated from being Farsight Enclaves to their own set traits, so I'm using a custom set, which it will be using the Hardened Armour and Calm Under Fire Warlord traits, which means any attacks of strength 7 or lower against any of my battle suits counts as 1 less strength.
Oh, right, okay.
And whilst I'm within 12 inches, my assault weapons count as +1 strength.
Nice.
So that's everything
that's
for the
everything?
list. Yeah,
excellent.
Just a very quick shout out.
Yes,
to,
of course.
My local gaming store, Boards and Swords Hobbies in Derby, also known as Bash.
Yeah.
Beautiful gaming store. Love going over to them. So if you are up in the area, please do pop in.
Yeah. Furthermore, as you can see right in front of you right now, there will be a link in the video description below, and also the title right in front of you. So what's the name of the gaming?
It's Boards and Swords Hobbies.
Built and Swords Hobbies. So there you go. Thank you very much for shouting that out, and to all those members that are at that Wargaming club as well. So there you go. So that's over 2,000 points. Do you have a particular battle cry? Now, I just realised I didn't do my particular battle cry.
You didn't?
I will do that in a second. But do the Tau have a battle cry?
For the greater good and the death of the Guevasa.
Fair enough. So it's for the greater good for the Tau, but for Cadia, Cadia stands, and for the Emperor. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check out the scenario, terrain, and deployment. Right, Matthew is going to do the great honour for the first time on the channel for a Tempest of War scenario. So, what is this card here? It looks like the deployment card.
It is. We have Spearhead Assault.
Spearhead Assault. Yes, that's very fitting for the scenario. So we have Spearhead Assault. Please select the next card.
Which is for the mission. And
the mission
is Claim the Battlefield.
Claim the Battlefield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this out to you, because we like to clarify what the mission is. So we have Claim the Battlefield. Claim the battlefield and display your colours high, so that the enemy is in no doubt as to their defeat. In the second and third and fourth battle rounds, at the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores victory points as follows. If they control one or more objective markers, they score 5 victory points. If they control 2 or more objective markers, they score 5 victory points. They score 2 victory points for each objective marker that is currently claimed by their army. So, in the 5th battle round, the player who has the first turn scores victory points at the end of their command phase, as described above, for each of the above conditions that they satisfy. The player who has the second turn scores victory points at the end of their turn, as described above, for each of the above conditions that they satisfy. So, claim objective. It's an action. So, one or more units from your army with the infantry keyword or the objective secured ability can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase. Each unit must be in range of a different objective marker that you control. The action is completed at the end of your turn. If they successfully completed the objective marker, is claimed by your army. If it is unclaimed in your opponent's controls at the start of any phase. So that's the scenario there. So we'll look at that in more detail off camera and pick the last card. What is this one?
Rule.
Oh,
Supply lines.
supply lines. This is very befitting.
It very much is.
So let's read a little bit of scenario here. So we got enemy infiltrators are attempting to sabotage and disrupt your supply lines in order to cut off vital resources on line of communication. In this mission, a player only receives the Battleforge CP bonus at the start of their command phase if they control the objective marker in their own deployment zone. Okay. That's a little bit of a twist there to the scenario. So overall, we have Spearhead Assault, Claim the Battlefield. I do apologise for the spittle there. Claim the Battlefield as the scenario, and supply lines. So it's actually turned out to be actually quite a befitting scenario for this. So what we'll do now is we're going to do clarification of terrain and placing objective markers next. Right, we have deployed the type of deployment zone. We've done clarification of terrain and placing of objectives. So we're going to do objectives first. So we have 5 objectives on the board. So we have an objective here, and we have an objective here. If I come around from the towel's perspective, we have an objective here, an objective here, quite cowardly, and then we have an objective here on the towel's left flank. So the spearhead detachment, so the dice representing the deployment zone around here, and then for the purposes of terrain, these are line of sight blocking, line of sight blocking here. So these high-rise rocks. Now this terrain feature here will be for +1 cover for infantry models, and then over here as well in this area of terrain, this will be +1 cover, just to give it a little bit of balance there. And foliage wise, if you're fully obscured, a unit is fully obscured from an infantry unit firing, for example, against an enemy unit, they will get -1 to hit as well. So just to clarify that. So there you go. So that's the clarification of terrain, and off the table we're going to be deploying our forces accordingly. Right, we've deployed our forces accordingly. So starting off with the army group themselves, starting from the right, and we'll work our way along the left. So we have Tyler Grizzle's Lehman Russ here on the extreme right flank. In support is an infantry squad, and that's commanded by Sergeant Nastro. And then a Cadian shock trooper squad inside this Chimera, along with the armoured sentinels with las cannons. And then we have an infantry squad over here. And then we have another Cadian shock trooper squad inside this Chimera here. The field ordnance guns, for the first time they've been deployed, they are in the centre of the battlefield, next to the Lord Castellan, here, the general, who's in command along with his coin. Is that Imperial currency, I wonder? That'd be quite good, wouldn't that? With the Cadian symbol there. Looks quite good. It's like, may I spend a few sweeties, please?
That just buys him his prime and nothing else.
That's right. That's what happens when you spend £60 at Games Workshop. And then we have over here, we have the Bane Sword, the Spear, the new formation that has been founded by the 57th, along with the Regimental Tech Priest Engine Seer there. Lieutenant General Adkins is in command of that Bane Sword there. We have a Cadian shock trooper squad inside here, inside this Chimera, and then we have the command squad inside this Chimera here, with the regimental commander here. Now the Commissar has been deployed next to this infantry squad, just to clarify about that. Maxfield Knuckles is Lehman Russ. The Relic, the gatekeeper to cannon, is here on the left, and then he can issue orders to Devon Matthews, who is in command of this Lehman Russ tank here, along with the infantry squad. And then we have Henrik Pearson as missile launcher team, and that there is Donald Hammer, that's with the infantry squad there. So that's the units that have been deployed. I have no reserves for the Astra Militarum, and what we're going to do now is going to check out the Tau and see what they've done. So what have you done with the Tau?
So we have a couple of, drawing the Imperial Guard into our trap.
Let's pan over here and see what the Tau have done. Oh, very sly.
So we have a unit here ready to jump on that objective for the Fire Warriors. Shazray Hailstorm is here facing down the armoured contingent of the Imperial Guard forces.
Yep.
A central area of ambush for a couple of Fire Warrior units along with the Fireblade and the Ethereal.
Yep.
And then coming along to the broadside in the corner with fairly decent firing lanes across the board from this point.
Excellent.
And then dotted around in no man's land, we have a unit of stealth suits, the Ghost Keel, and another unit of stealth suits there.
Yes, and in reserve, we have plenty of reserves for the Tau.
Yes, so both crisis suit units and the commander herself ready to drop down and catch the Imperial Guard in our trap.
Yeah. So that there is the reserves for the Tau. And we're going to go over here and we're going to roll to see who will go first. It's coming right up. Battle is imminent. Alright, moment of history. A new start to 2023. Will it suffice? Come on. Hold one.
No.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
And that's a 6. Typical Tau style as well. Would you like to go first or second?
I think I'd like to go first.
I think I was thinking as well from a Tau perspective. So, the Astra Militarum will be going second in the debut battle report for 2023. Battle has started and has commenced. The Tau are preparing to do a counter-offensive. It is Battle Round 1, Turn 1 for the forces of the Tau Empire. redeploy has commenced. I think the stealth suits are moving.
I'll be doing 3 because I've gone with carry on for my battle philosophy rather than Montcar. So I'll be doing 3 redeploys. So first one is this one.
Yep.
And we're going to put them essentially over here.
Tactics. There you go. That's the unit there.
And to accompany them, we're going to have the Ethereal.
Ethereal redeploy. So they're going over there.
And
the Riptide. It's going to go more centrally into the battle. So that's the pre-moves done. Now battle round 1 will commence. So we have the cards that have just been deployed at the beginning of battle round 1, turn 1 for the Tau. So the first card is Area Denial, and then we have Bring It Down, and then we have Storm Hostile Objective. That's going to be quite difficult. So for Area Denial, so basically a secondary mission is achieved at the end of your turn if you have 1 or more units from your army wholly within a certain range of the centre of the battlefield, and there are no enemy units within the same range of the centre of the battlefield. That range depends on the battlefield size as follows, so incursion at 9, strike force 12. We're going to do it as strike force, purposes of that. And then this secondary mission cannot be achieved during the first battle round. If you generate this secondary mission during the first battle round, generate a new secondary mission and shuffle this one back into the secondary mission deck. So you can actually do that if you want to.
So we'll take that one away.
Okay.
We'll do instead
Hold the line, which is a bit more appropriate for the Tau, seeing they are on the defensive. So this secondary mission is achieved at the end of your opponent's next turn. At the end of the battle, whether it happens first, if there are no enemy units, excluding aircraft units, within range of your own deployment zone. The range depends on the battlefield size. So we're doing strike force. The secondary mission cannot be achieved. It's pretty much the same, exactly the same. So we can't do that one. So here we go. So deploy teleport Homer. Secondary mission is achieved when a unit from your army completes the deploy teleport Homer action. So deploy teleport Homer is an action. 1 unit from your army can start to perform this action at the end of the movement phase if they're wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. If the unit's performing the action is infantry or has the objective secured ability, this action is completed at the end of your turn. Otherwise, it is completed at the start of your next command phase. So that's that there. Bring it down, quite appropriate, there's a lot of vehicles coming in. So when the secondary mission is first generated, your opponent must identify the model from their army on the battlefield that has the highest wounds characteristic. If 2 or more models are tied, your opponent selects one of these models. This secondary objective is achieved when identified model is destroyed. Note that this secondary objective is achieved even if the identified model was destroyed and then subsequently rescued from any reason. And then we have storm and hostile objectives. So the secondary mission is achieved at the end of your turn if either of the following conditions are true. You control 1 or more objective markers that were controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. Your opponent did not control any objective markers at the start of your turn, and you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone. So that there is the missions and objectives for battle round 1 for the Tau. Beginning of the command phase for the Tau on turn 1. So tell us, Xenos, freak, cow thing, whatever you are, what have you done?
So the Riptide is going to activate his Nova Generator. He is going to give himself a 5+ Feel No Pain. Yep. The Cadre Fireblade is going to put his reroll 1s buff onto this unit of Fire Warriors here. And then the Ethereal is going to use Storm of Fire on the stealth suits to allow them to do an action and still shoot.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try and regain a command point.
Regain the command point, and you need a roll of a
2+.
2+. And he
the Honda
does
stave,
get
yep.
the CP back. Well done.
Cool, so that gives me 2.
Okay, that's the end of the command phase. Pretty successful for the tower so far. Regaining a command point, bringing up the CP total to 2 for the tower. And we have 5 for the Astra Militarum. So, turn 1 movement phase for the tower. Coming right up. Okay, end of the movement phase on turn 1 for the tower. So how have you deployed the tower accordingly?
Most things have stayed still. We've kept sort of in the centre here, so this unit here is doing the mission specific action on this objective.
Yep.
This unit have shifted slightly so they can claim that objective and do that action.
Yep.
Coming across, the Riptide has stayed still, as he's got plenty of targets to shoot at from here.
Yep.
The Ethereal's drones shifted slightly just to give them a little bit better line of sight. The stealth suits move forward, and they're also doing the action, but with the Ethereal they'll be able to shoot as well. The broadside shifted slightly, again, to give better lines of fire, and the other stealth suits moved further forward.
Okay, a summary of the movement phase. No psychic phase for the Tau, because Tau don't have psychers. And actually, neither do the Astra Militarum. The Primaris Psyker is absent, as well as the Wyverns, especially from the Codex.
Thank goodness.
So that's the end of the movement phase and psychic phase. We're going to straight on to the shooting phase now. Turn 1 for the Tau. We have marker lights being activated here. So which marker light unit is going to activate their marker light then?
So we'll start with Fireblade Soundfast. So he is going to fire his Ota's Lantern at the Sentinels, and his 2 drones are going to fire at the Chimera behind them.
Okay, so that there is the marker lights.
I need 3s.
3s to hit.
So this is on the Sentinels.
So you've got 4 marker lights on those Sentinels. We'll be using these type of dice to represent their marker lights, number of marker lights, for purposes of calculating modifiers. Anything else?
Yep, so I've got his drones next. I'll do the drone from the Fire Warriors as well, all at the Chimera.
Yep, okay, let's go to the Chimera.
So just the big one.
Just the big one. Marker lights.
This is from the Ethereal's drones. So
and that's
drop that up to 3 for me.
3. Marker light and another marker light, combining their targeting acquisition on this squad here. Infantry squad has been marker lighted. They are not marker lighted there. Another marker light over here, over against this infantry squad. Need a 3+.
No,
does
no,
not. Nothing. No marker light. Riptide, first target is this Chimera with the Cadian shock troopers inside, and this here is Dylan Moore's squad. That's about to be shot. So what weapon are you about to fire?
Well, first of all, I'm going to spend 1 CP for striking phase to allow the Riptide to move after he's fired.
Yep, so here's down to 1 command point left.
So we're going to fire the Iron Cannon first.
Iron Cannon first.
And I will not be overcharging.
Not be overcharging. So hitting on...
Hitting on 3s, because I'll spend 1 of the marker light tokens.
Yep. And that's above average.
Which is good.
Good. 4 hits. Strength
8.
Toughness 7 is a Chimera, so freeze to wound. 2 wounds. AP minus.
AP minus 3.
AP minus 3. So we've got 2 6-up armour saves. Save none. Armoured tracks does not count because it has to be damage 1 profile.
No, and this is damage 3.
It's damage 3, so it's going to be 6 wounds. Chimera is down to 5 wounds remaining. Just to clarify, the Riptide has engaged all weapons against this particular Chimera. So, for purposes there. So, which weapon's this?
So, this is the 2 plasma rifles.
2 plasma rifles.
So, 3s again.
3s again. 2 hits. Strength is
8.
8 now. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, and this is AP minus 4.
Bypasses through the armour.
So, it's 6 more damage.
6 more damage, and that is destroyed. Does it explode? It does not explode, and we're going to have to check and see if any of the models are slain inside. Right, so we have 10 models inside, 1's models are slain. 1 has been slain, 9 get out. Tide is moving because of the CP bonus, so he's moving slightly to his left there. So the Riptide has moved along to the left along with accompanying drones. The targets have been declared and stratagems have been used. I'm going to take a CP away for the purposes of that. So, what are you targeting?
So, the Ghost Killer is going to go next. He's going to fire the Fusion Blasters at the Sentinels, and then I'm going to fire the Cyclic Iron Raker at the Chimera hiding at the back.
Okay, so I've spent a command point for the Sentinels to give them smoke launchers. They do have the smoke keyword, so therefore a -1 will be applied to them for the purposes of protecting that squadron. And that applies to the whole unit as well, which is very useful. Anything else?
Not from him.
Not from him?
He's only got 3 guns. So.
Okay, so take away these dice. So this is against the Sentinels, or are we going to do the Chimera first?
We'll do the Sentinels first.
Okay.
So I get +1 because you have a Marker Light token on you.
Yep.
But then back down to 4s again for your smoke launches, so I'm hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Both hit.
Both hit. Strength
8.
8. Toughness 7.
I don't wound.
They don't wound. Ah, the armour holds. With the armoured Sentinels. The smoke didn't work, but the armour, praise the Iron Raker, and he's not going to supercharge with the Iron Raker. This is against the Chimera. So hitting on -1.
Yeah, because I'm shooting through the trees.
Shooting through the trees. So
5s to hit.
5s to hit. It's a good job you didn't overcharge. So 2 hits anyway, which is exactly what you...
3 hits.
Oh, 3 hits, yeah, beg your pardon. Yeah, because of another 5 in there. I take that back.
So this is strength 7.
Toughness 7.
4s.
4s to wound. 1 wound. AP minus.
2.
Damage.
2.
So I don't get the armoured tracks on upgrade. 5 to save, nope, and damage 2, down to 9 wounds remaining. The XV-88 is going to fire its railgun, and he's been very kind to me. Unusual for the Tau. It's not going to fire at the field ordnance guns, instead it's going to fire at the Chimera. I can understand from a tactical perspective to try and halt the advance for the purposes of grabbing objectives for the Astra Militarum. So, the railgun coming in hot. So hitting on
4s.
Hitting on 4s. 1 hit.
Just the 1.
And it's going to be 3s, I reckon.
Yeah, strength 9.
Strength 9. And 4 is a wound, and there's ridiculous AP.
Yep, -4.
-4. We'll check. -4. It's D3 plus 3 and a mortal wound on top.
So
Oh.
that I think is that enough?
So that's 2 plus 3, 5, and a mortal wound.
Yeah.
6. And it's got 3 wounds left. For this Chimera.
It should have had. I think it should have had 6 left, but that's fine.
Oh, you thought he killed it, but I'm going to double check. But I think a Chimera has 11 wounds. It used to have 10. It could have 11 because that's got 11 wounds. It would have died, but thanks to CODEX creep, literally, it's got 11 wounds. So it was 2. So it's D3 damage, which you rolled a 4, which is 2 wounds.
Yep.
A mortal wound on top of that, and then plus 3 damage.
Yep.
So 6 damage in total. Had 7 wounds because it does 2 damage a time. I forgot to do that.
Yep.
That was my bad. So it's 1 wound remaining for this Chimera. Severely damaged though. This Chimera is in trouble. The XV-88's missile pod is going to shoot the infantry squad. I can't do Cadian stands because they're regular infantry squad. They're not veteranized yet.
So this is 4s to hit.
4s to hit.
And it's not great.
It's actually perfectly average.
It is actually perfectly average.
Not great, not good, you know what I mean? So strength is 5, toughness 3, 3 to wound. All wounded.
All 4 wounds though, I'll take
all
that.
4 wounds, AP minus.
AP minus 1 damage.
AP minus 1. I save 1, 3 have been killed. Fire warriors from this squad here have opened fire against this Cadian shock trooper squad. Now I've spent a command point reducing my command tally down to 3. for Cadian stands. So 1s, 2s and 3s ignore the wounds for the purposes of wounding, and furthermore Relentless Fusillade has been played for the Tau.
Yep.
So it counts as rapid fire at long range and a further AP -1
Yep.
on top of that. Ooh, so that makes their pulse rifles AP -2, anti-flak armour. Indeed.
So I'll be hitting on 4s and I reroll 1s.
We have faith in the Emperor. Cadian stands. That's a few there. Has just been re-rolled, has missed. Here we go. So normally it'd be 3s to wound, but 4s to wound because of the stratagem.
Yep.
Cadian stands.
And any 6s to wound will be an additional AP -1.
Oh, AP -3.
Oh!
Whoa! Bad pass the armour, and 4 have just been killed just like that. He's going to let it go. Any hit rolls of 6 would have been additional hits, but he's going to bypass that. So should have remembered that. A tactical error from the Tau, but certainly damaging the Cadian shock troopers at the same time. So their command there is 5. Their morale is not good. Right, he's not going to shoot at the Sentinel, he's going to shoot at the shock troopers. Cadian stands is still applied for the rest of the phase, end of the phase. So hitting on
4s.
4s. Any extra bonuses? 6s generate extra hits? No?
No.
Okay. Strength is 5.
Strength is 6 because I'm within 12 technically.
In 12, but Cadian stands. 4s to wound.
It's good though.
It is good. It is good, despite the stratagem. They would have been all wounded otherwise, but still, 6 saves. AP minus?
AP minus nothing.
AP minus nothing. So we do get 6 saves of 5 plus flak armour. We save 1, wipes out the squad. So the squad is gone. Okay, it's time for honourable mentions. Joseph Darling has been slain, and Sergeant Dylan Moore and his anonymous guardsmen are dead. Fill in your place at patreon.com/JBWargamer87 or become a YouTube member, and survival is not guaranteed in the 41st millennium. Last self-suit unit here is going to shoot into this infantry squad. 4s to hit.
Oh, that's not so good.
Oh, that is
1, 2,
superior
3,
Tau firepower.
5.
5 hits. Oh dear. Strength is 5, so
Yep.
3s to wound.
That is 4 wounds.
That is 4 wounds though, that is good recovery there. AP minus?
AP minus nothing again.
5 up flak armour. Taking another 3 casualties over here. The Commissar may have to do some disciplinarian work here. Right, anonymous. And who's this? Harrison Leach. Oh dear, didn't even fire a single salvo of his las gun. So another, how many casualties? 3, isn't it? Oh dear. Do you know what? I'm going to have to put Harrison Leach back from the dead for the purposes of coherency. I'm going to have to lose my Vox caster. So communication is off. Phase is complete. The Tau have a charge move.
Yep.
They're going to charge?
I did say there used to be foresight enclaves.
Okay.
So the stealth suits are going to charge into the Sentinels.
This unit of stealth suits is going to charge into the Sentinels. Okay. Bring it on. Well, they're
7.
in. 7. They're in. Right. So they've made their charge move, as you can see here. So how many attacks do they get each?
So they get 2 attacks each.
Yep.
The Chasvray gets 3, and the drone gets 1, but that's just a slightly different strength. So I'm going to roll that separately.
So hitting on
5s.
5s. Knowing Tau weapon skill.
You were saying?
You were saying? Oh, I did mock there in a way. So 5 hits. Strength.
Strength 4.
Toughness 7. 5s to wound. And 1 wound. Your damage 1 profile.
Oh yes.
2 up armour because of armoured. So I'm going to do my attacks now.
Hang on, there's a drone.
Oh.
A drone.
Charges first. I forgot about the drone. The drone is going to do its attacks now. Drone.
So
5 to hit.
Frisbee of Doom. No.
No. Okay. So this Armoured Sentinel has a base of 2 attacks now. So I'm going to do a pylon over there. Marker light can go now, actually.
Yep.
So 6 attacks, hitting on weapon skill 4+. So statistically, that's good. Strength is 6.
Toughness 4. So
Freeze to wound because of your stealth armour. So that's 2 wounds, no AP.
So 3's to save.
Takes a wound. And how many wounds does a stealth?
A stealth suit has 2 wounds.
2 wounds a time. Okay. So 1 wound remaining on one of the stealth suits. Right. So leadership is, I need a 1 basically. And nope. So I just execute a model. So this is a difficult choice here because of squad coherency. To know to kill. The problem is I'm going to have to kill the sergeant because if I don't, the whole squad's going to be out of coherency. They will be wiped out. Because you have all the models, 2 or more models have to be in 2 inches of each other, and not all of them quite are. So for the purpose of keeping that unit alive, I have to execute the sergeant, and that sergeant was Drew Gums. I'm sorry, Drew, you've been executed by the commissar. That's cruel. What a start for 2023 for a Jew who's been summonly executed. Oh no! Do you want to discard?
Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of teleport homers because I'm probably not going to get that one done.
It's not going to get that one done.
So let's get
okay, that there is dumped, and just bring it down and storm hostile objective remains for the town. Right, that's the end of the morale phase. Drew Gums has been executed by the commissar. Oh dear, for the purposes of squad coherency. If I hadn't have done that, the squad would have been out of coherency and they would have all been removed as casualties. So, Matthew, what have you achieved, good sir?
Unfortunately, not a lot.
Not a lot. Oh dear.
The objectives, the secondary objectives I haven't achieved. However, each of the 3 objectives that I am on have been claimed for the town. So my next command phase should hopefully generate me some extra points. But for now, nothing.
Okay, nothing there to be achieved at the moment. But it is now time for the might of the Imperium to advance to glory, to invade this particular planet occupied by the town. It is Astra Militarum, turn 1. So, for the Astra Militarum, we have deploy teleport homer, no prisoners, and we have behind enemy lines. So, for deploy teleport homer, use the secondary mission. If this secondary mission is achieved when a unit from your army completes the deploy teleport homer action. So deploy teleport homer. 1 unit from your army can start to perform an action at the end of your movement phase if it's wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. If the unit performing the action is infantry or has the objective secured ability, the Warhammer 40,000 core rulebook, and this action is completed at the end of your turn, otherwise it's completed at the start of your next command phase. So let's deploy teleport homer. No prisoners. So while a secondary mission is active, keep a kill tally. So basically it's kill points. So let's keep it short. We'll calculate that there. It looks like yeah, just basically killing each other. We'll forward that there. We'll carry on with that. And then next one we have behind enemy lines. So basically trying to infiltrate and cause a bit of mayhem in the back lines of the town. So that's the objectives there. I'm going to keep them all. I'm not going to
Okay.
Oh.
No, that's fine.
He's fine, mate.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Well, I was thinking behind enemy lines is going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? But if I discard a card, you see, I'm going to have to spend CP, which I do get one from the beginning. So I'm going to get rid of behind enemy lines, because we're not behind enemy lines yet. I don't have any infiltrating units there. So I spent the CP, deck down to 3. Capture enemy outpost. So this secondary mission is achieved at the end of your turn if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone. So basically, you've got to get to your objectives. That's going to be quite difficult. But we must press forward our advance. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go straight on to the command phase now for the Astra Militarum. Okay, it's the end of the command phase for the orders on turn 1 for the Astra Militarum. It's actually quite complicated. But I'm getting used to the new system of operations here, new doctrine has been applied. So, the officer that's inside here, a regimental commander, now he has issued an order to this squad here within 6 inches, not affecting the Voxcast unit because the Voxcast is inside the transport. It's only to this unit here, and it's only they will be affected by the regimental orders. So they will have take aim as their order. The tank commander has issued pound them to dust, and that applies to all mechanised keyword models within 12 inches. That includes Devin Matthews. He will get that as well. So they will get it, but there's actually no blast templates there because that's a flamer. That's automatically hitting there. Now, the tank commander here can't issue an order to myself unless you have a specific warlord trait that can do that. He doesn't have that warlord trait, so therefore it's just no orders from him because, well, I can't because he's been issued take aim order from the Castellan, because the Castellan is a higher ranking than the major. He's a general, so he will listen to the general instead. So the Chimera, would you believe, with its turret weapon is hitting on 2s. And a further AP -1 because it's hitting on 3s, further AP minus, and then you get +1 to hit with take aim. Pretty nasty. And the other thing as well is the warlord trait is that he has superior tactical training, meaning I can issue mechanised orders to any other type of unit. Very handy there. And then I've done pound them to dust for his second order. So pound them to dust with the field ordnance guns, and take aim, would you believe, has been applied to the infantry squad there, because we're in 6 inches of that unit there. So it's pretty good. So and then over here there's no other orders, so probably that's it. I'll probably disengage with those sentinels there. So that's the end of the command phase for the Astra Militarum. We're going to go straight onto the movement phase, turn 1, for the glory of Cadia. Right, it's the end of the movement phase for the Cadians. So, the infantry squad has stood still here. Tyler Grizzle's tank has stood still in line of sight to the Riptide, maximum firepower. And we have the mechanised Chimera with its Cadian shock troops have disembarked from the Chimera. I may spend a sneaky command point for the shock troopers that have just disembarked there. Oh, I do apologise, Sergeant Cross. You need to get outside and show your example to your fellow comrades. Even with 1 wound remaining, I can still move 8 inches with the Chimera. That's pretty impressive.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Very, very reliable engine there. The tech priests have blessed the Chimera at long last. Now, potentially, I did make a mistake actually. I thought I was hitting on 2s, but I forgot, of course, about the damage bracket. So the turret weapon will be hitting on 4s instead. But they get that order regardless anyway. So I thought I would issue that order for free. There's nothing really that I could do. Then we have The infantry squad has stood still. They all received the take aim order. They've stood still. The field ordnance guns have stood still. The spear of the attack, the spear, the point of the spear, is for Lieutenant General Adkins with his blessed Bane sword, has advanced to the centre of the field to gain ground for the glory of the Emperor. Accompanying him is the Tech Priest Engine Seer as well, ready to deliver maximum firepower. And then we have a Chimera moving up 12 in support and to neutralise any confrontation there. And we have the Chimera that has just disembarked, has dropped off the regimental command squad just over there. And then the infantry squad has moved forward 6 inches. So getting in lasgun range against those fire warriors over there. The tank commander has stood still, and this lean Russ, Devin Matthews' tank, has moved to the left to try and outflank the tower. So that is the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum. Oh, missed one? What did I miss?
The cowardly Castellan.
Oh, he's no coward, he's just hiding in the bushes. So
pay your way to a commission in the Imperial Guard and hide in the trees.
So he's there with his blessed Games Workshop Cadian Stands coin. So that's how you use your coins, folks. Use them for the glory of the Emperor, unless you collect Xenos or Heretic scum of a coin. We'll discard them. So that's the end of the movement phase. Going to go straight on to the shooting phase. There's no psychic phase. On turn 1, Astra Militarum, Cadian Stands. Hoorah. Right, I'm going to fire a fragmentation round from the grenade launcher. It's 12 models in that unit, isn't it?
It is.
So it is max shots. So hitting on -1 through foliage, so 5s, but take aim against that, so 4s.
Yep.
So 2 have hit their mark, and 4s to wound, strength 3, toughness 3.
That's 3, yeah.
1 wound, and it's AP -1, but +1 for your cover.
So 4 up. Yeah.
He makes it. He don't care. Next up is 7 lasguns. Oh, 2 auto wounds for Horn soldiers.
Yeah.
And 2 more hits there. Ah, snake eyes. 2 wounds in total.
Is this still AP -1?
Yes, AP -1. But +1 for cover.
Yeah, so I'll do my best
So
of those.
they both make their saves. Now, it looks like we're going to call in some artillery support. So, this is Scott Costello's cannon first. So hitting on... we're going to check here the wording. Frag missile. I'm going to fire frag. It's -1 to hit anyway, so
that's 5 hits.
and +1 to hit, yeah, because of take aim. But then heavy. So it's a heavy weapon.
You can only
so
go
it's
to -1, so...
Yeah, so basically it's 5 to hit because I moved with the missile launcher because it's -2, but then it's +1 to hit for the take aim, but it's always maximum of -1, so 5s to hit. So 1, that's sorry, that's 3 auto wounds.
That's fine.
3 auto wounds, and strength 4 is a 6, that's 4 wounds in total, and it's AP -1 as well.
So 4 ups. So
All
now you're
3 fire warriors have been cut down there. Who is that? That is Henrik Pearson. This missile launcher, also known as Little Tank. Target maximum firepower. Going to be shooting Devin Matthews' tank into this fire warrior squad. No mercy. We want to claim this planet for the glory of the Emperor. Hitting on -1, so 5s to hit. That's an auto wound. So that's AP -1. But +1.
So +1. So we'll take this on the drone.
Take on the drone. And it
Save.
takes it. Well done.
Now it's the Guardian drone has a 4 up invulnerable save.
4 up invulnerable save. Well done. And we have a las cannon, there are no other targets, so we may as well pulverise the drone. And that's a miss. And now, the battle cannon. Hitting on 3s because it's a tire weapon, but -1 because of foliage. That's an auto wound. And take away the 3s and the 1s. So 6 hits in total.
So you're
2s to wound.
You're
Strength
only
8.
wounding on 3s thanks to the Guardian drone as well.
Thanks to the Guardian drone?
Yes.
Oh, so take away that 1 then. So that's 5 wounds in total at AP -2. Each does a flat 3 damage.
So we'll keep it on the drone. So it does die, unfortunately.
Yep, and now the Fire Warriors. AP -2 +1, so AP -1 for 5s.
So 3 more die.
3 more have been killed. That's Devin Matthews' shot there. Matthew has requested for me to fire the gatekeeper first, and indeed I shall. So it is 6 plus D3 shots with the gatekeeper. So that's 7 shots. Can't issue an order to himself.
Nope.
Anymore. So hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Because of -1 for foliage. Auto wound.
Oof.
Straight away. Strength 9. Another wound. That's 2 wounds in total at AP -3.
So 6 is to save.
6 is to save. And
2 more
kills them, both of them. That's like 3 damage a time. Kills the drone.
The drone and another Fire Warrior.
Another Fire Warrior. I didn't declare the Hunter Killer Missile. So I'm reserving that because there's no point of doing a Hunter Killer Missile against a Fire Warrior. Next up is the Las Cannon. 4 is a miss because it's -1.
Yep.
And then the Heavy Bolters hitting on 5s. That's 2 auto wounds and a hit. And no other wounds. So 2 saves there. Saved 1. Well done. And that reduces them to 2. So 8 casualties in total. Just laughing here because I've got... I'll just check how many barrels there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10. There's 30 heavy bolter shots coming in.
Oh boy.
Against that Fire Warrior squad. The Quake Cannon is going to shoot at the XV-88 Crisis Battle Suit. And then we've got 4 las cannons are going to have to shoot at the stealth suits. Can't shoot the Ghost Kill because it's further than 18 inches away and it's not the closest unit. So TAL technology proving very useful. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get some firepower up and running. Right, this, the Bane Sword, firing, primed with its Quake Cannon. Just get it done quickly. No quarter. It has 6 plus D6 shots. Range 96. 2. Okay, I'm going to keep that. So 8 shots coming in here. Time to put this Cal Xenos freak of a thing out of its misery. Here we go. So, hitting on any minuses?
No.
3s to hit, 6s are auto wounding.
Yep.
1 auto wound. 4 have missed.
That's okay. That's okay. I can survive this.
Strength is 14.
Toughness 5.
2's to wound.
2's to wound.
1. I will spend a CP reroll to reroll that.
Okay.
Because I want to kill the drones. First command reroll. So that there is 4 wounds at AP -4.
Damage?
Damage is 4.
Okay. So, 2 drones, 4 open vulnerable saves. Yes! Come on, plucky drones! So just a drone dies.
Just a drone dies after all that. Hate technology! Nothing. Ah, never mind. Next up is the las cannons against the stealth. 4 las cannons hitting on 5s against the stealth unit. 1 auto wound and a hit. 3 is a wound.
Okay.
AP -3 against your Tau technology.
So 2 6-up saves. Because I'm not benefiting from any colour.
Save 1. D6 damage.
Yep.
If I roll 1, it survives. Oh, I rolled a 1 as well. No. Right, okay, this is the more Hollywood bit. 30 heavy bolter shots against that fire warrior squad over there. 30 heavy bolter shots. 6s auto hitting on. You've got foliage there, so it'd be -1.
Okay.
So 5s to hit. And what's that one over there?
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Okay, so 5s to hit, and it looks like there is a few auto wounds here. That, good sir, is 5 auto wounds and 3 more. 3s to wound, another 2. So you have 7 saves to make in total.
So 5s.
5 to hit. Yeah, 5 to save, yeah.
Oh,
ouch, ouch.
That's not good.
That's quite realistic. 6 fire warriors have been cut down by high caliber
I'm going to take
bolter rounds.
the marker drone away.
Marker drone's gone.
And
4
warriors.
fire warriors destroyed. Right, next up we have this infantry squad here. It has take aim order, and they did stay still, and they're going to shoot into the stealth suit. Auto cannon first. I'm going to select fragmentation there for the purposes of a grenade launcher. Auto cannon first. 5 is a hit. And actually I get to reroll 1s because of the Castellan.
Yep.
Which misses. Idiot. 2s to wound. Toughness. Oh, are you toughness 4?
I'm toughness 4.
Yes, so 3s to wound.
-1 to your strength as well.
And -1 to the strength.
Yes.
Why?
Because we have hardened armour.
Hardened armour? Adeptus Astartes have hardened armour. Terminators have harder armour.
I don't think it makes any difference to the autocannon.
Yeah, that's Tau cheesiness for you. Anyway, 4 to wound. Nothing whatsoever. Next up is the fragmentation. So D6 shots, 3 shots, hitting on 5s, hitting on 4s. Take aim. 6 is an auto wound, and I'll double check. I think it's reroll 1s to hit for the Castellan. Reroll hit rolls of 1 when units are in 6. That's 2 auto wounds at AP -1.
So 4 ups. So,
It kills 1. It kills 1. You're not so stealthy now. Las guns, hitting on 4s. 1 auto wound, 1 hit. And that's another wound. 2 shots at AP -1.
Strength is a las gun. Still, it's
Strength
still
3,
So it
toughness
becomes
4.
strength 2. So wounds on 6s.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
come on. Ow! I hate you. 1 wound.
3 up.
Ah! Defiance. Filthy technology. The Chimera of Take Aim, would you believe, because of the Castellan, is going to be shooting and hitting on 4s. It's not fully obscured behind the foliage, so the 4s, and the reason why it's 4s is because of the damage bracket. So only 1 auto wound. You love that auto wound. So much for your guardian drone.
Ah, yes.
A guardian indeed. Next up is the heavy bolter. An auto wound. Here we go again. -1. Actually, -2.
Yep. Gets a warrior.
Kills a warrior. Heavy bolter. That's because of the AP -2 because it take aim for AP minus. And lasgun array, no occupants are inside. Now what's interesting here is I'm going to spend a stratagem for this shock trooper squad. So I've spent a stratagem. I've only got 1 CP left. This is Armoured Fist. Now I'll be reading the words very, very carefully. So, as they have the Born Soldiers trait, for the detachment, 6s will be auto-wounding. Furthermore, as they're shock troopers, 6s will generate an additional hit on top of that. But that's not an additional auto-wound, it's an additional hit roll. So, so that's an additional hit there for them with the las guns and las pistols. And I could spend this stratagem because they disembarked previously from the Chimera in order to do the Armoured Fist stratagem. So that's that clarification there. So what we're going to do now is we will fire the las guns first. So the las guns, 4s normally, -1 to hit because of stealth suits, 5s to hit, 6s are auto wounding and an additional hit. Okay, 2 auto wounds. They count as hits, so I'll just count that as a 5, and okay. These will be wounding on 6s.
Yep.
So that's that there. So you may as well do your armour saves.
You get to reroll those with your...
Oh yes, beg your pardon. Thank you for reminding me. 6s, I get 3 wounds because of the stratagem, of course. No, it's just 2 wounds of...
So 3 up saves.
3 up saves and saved. Now, who's this? Rye Woolley with his plasma gun. And do I supercharge with the plasma gun now? Yeah, I've got to do it. Don't care. Gonna do it. Gonna supercharge. Plasma, don't roll that dreaded 1, Ryan. Yes, okay. 1 auto wound. That's it. AP -3, and it's damage 2.
None of them are taking a wound, have they? I'm just going to take the drone off.
It's going to take the drone. Okay, plasma didn't get hot. Good. Right. With Mr. Exhaust, there's no choice. I have to supercharge. Right, next up is the melter gun. Hitting on 5 stealth suit, but 6 is auto wounding.
At least you didn't roll those the other way around.
That's it. Is it for the purposes of shooting there. Next up, any remaining firepower over here. We also do firepower with Tyler Grizzle's Lehman Russ. 2 Sponson heavy bolters are going to shoot into the fire warriors. They are just about in range 36. And the primary turret weapon, the battle cannon, is going to shoot into the Riptide, and the las cannon is going to fire last and shrug off any remaining wounds on that Riptide. So, this is the heavy bolter. Hitting on 4s. 1 auto wound. And that is a 6. That's 2 wounds at AP -1.
Yeah, take on the fire warriors. So 5s. Save 1.
Saved 1. Another fire warrior has been killed. Next up is the battle cannon. It is D3. Sorry, it's 3 plus D6 shots for the battle cannon. 1! Only 4 shots. Never mind. So hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Any stealthy technology nonsense?
No,
Just
2 drones to the next one.
Okay. No auto wounds. 3 hits. Strength is 8. Toughness
7.
3s to wound. So that's 2 wounds. AP -2. Each does a flat 3 damage.
So I'm going to take these on the drones. So 4 ups. So okay. 1 drone dies.
1 drone dies. And that's it. Next up is the las cannon. May as well. Hitting on a 4. That's an auto wound.
Oh no!
An auto wound! Make that save!
Drone!
Yes! Pulverized! Hoorah! Destroyed. Do forgive us of the background noise. There's a few Leman Russes ready to move into position for the next attack with their reversing sound. So I do apologise for the background sound there if you can hear that. But anyway, we've got 15 lasgun shots coming in against the stealth squad there. So hitting on fives.
Fives,
Yeah. Stealth technology. Wow, we have 4 wounds, auto wounding, and we have another 5. That's failed there. So 4 wounds at AP minus nothing.
So 3's to save.
No! There's another dice there just to add to insult to injury.
Oh, there's one.
So okay, so a stealth Tau Xenos has been destroyed, and a wound as well. 3 ones. And next up, just to put him out of his misery, we have a solid shot grenade launcher. And that is a miss. And then the last cannon that stood still, 5s to hit. Missed. So that's the remaining firepower there. And the last unit to shoot with now, would you believe, is the field ordnance guns. First time ever, new weapon in testing here for the 18th Cadian Army Group. Okay, selecting a new target here, I'm going to fire, for the purposes of artillery support. Now, I'm going to double check the line of sight to see if there's any minuses to hit. Firing the first Patreon that has joined on the channel, and still is the first Patreon, Marcus Fraze. He will use his blessed dice to celebrate the new post-fall of Cadian unit. Congratulations, Marcus. You will fire the Bombast field gun for the first time. Weapons testing in practice. So Marcus Fraze is going to fire first. He's going to fire into that XV-88 suit there. Now Marcus Fraze's shot is going to be -1 to hit because it's out of line of sight. However, Scott Costello's gun is full line of sight over to there. So what we're going to do, as we've got pound them to dust, and within 6 inches of the general, they'll be rerolling 1s. So 5s to hit. Rerolling 1s. There's another one there. Thank you very much. Okay. So 1 auto wound, strength 7, 3s to wound. Any like shenanigans of like
Nope.
minuses to wound? No.
Nope.
So that's 2 wounds at AP -2.
So it's 4 up saves regardless. So the drone dies.
4
and
damage.
The battlesuit takes 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Right. Next up is Scott Costello. Thank you, Marcus, for your faithfulness over the years on the Patreon page. Scott Costello. We're going to use his dice as requested. He wanted to try out the new ordnance battery. The Bombast field gun in testing caused a wound. This could be a sign of the times. Needing 4s to hit, rerolling 1s. Okay, 4 hits, 3s to wound. 3 wounds at AP -2. You need 4s.
Yes.
Okay, still alive. He's down. He's severely damaged though. He's half dead, but 4 wounds have been taken on the XV-88. And I'm just going to check the profile here, see if it's got anything else. That's gunshots from the crewman from the gun. So hitting on 5s. 1 hit, 6s to wound.
Yep.
No, bounces off there because of the Tau version of the hardened armour. So that there is the end of the shooting phase. Quite a long shooting phase for the Astra Militarum, And we're going to fix bayonets and charge over here for the glory of the Emperor. Charges. So we have an infantry squad charging into the stealth suits. Do you want to overwatch?
Yes. Yes.
You do. Okay. Spending a command point. He has no command points left. And he is going to overwatch with the stealth suits against the Cadian shock troops. So hitting on 6s.
Yep. Not one.
Not one.
Oh.
Fix bayonets. Charge! Yeah, 8 inches. Here we go, boys. Attack! I have 11 attacks, normally hitting on 4s, but pesky Tau technology is reduced into 5s to hit.
We're not here. We're not here.
I hate the Tau. I hate the Tau. I hate them. Love the models, but hate the Tau. Oh no. Your attack's back, you may as well do it. Hitting on 5s.
The shadows, they're punching us, sir.
2 hits.
Strength 4, so 3.
Yep. 1 wound.
Wound.
And insult, if you kill me.
Yes!
Oh no! Oh. He's dead. A failed attack there. Morale, I'm not going to fail here, so they will come off. Casualty over there, you will not fail over there. Yes, you have casualties over here, however, for the Tau.
Leadership 8 with the Chasui, so that unit's okay.
Yep.
They're not.
5.
5, that's more than. So there's 1, 2,
1 has to go.
5.
And how many models remain? If it's more than half casualties, it's going to be 1s and 2s fleeing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, so it's just 1s. So it's not half casualties at the moment. So another 3 have fled. So that's 4 in total have fled the scene. Right. If you roll a 1, morale will be high.
Nope.
So 6. So you lose 1 model. And a 1 and a 2
guy
does not die. Okay. So they do hold that objective just about hold the objective there. Some good news for the Astra Militarum. I'm going to discard deploy teleport Homer, but I have secured no prisoners. 34 wounds in total.
Yep.
I needed to capture 30 for Strike Force, so I get 5 victory points there. So Matthew is going to add that to the tally. And then we have capture enemy outpost, which we're going to have to keep for the purposes there. So that's the end of the turn and battle round. So we're going to go straight on to a new battle round. It is battle round 2, turn 2, for the forces of the Tau Empire. It is looking very, very thematic here on this scenario. The Imperial Guard are on the assault. So at the moment you have to bring it down and storm hostile objective. So this is the beginning of battle round 2,
yep.
Turn 2, and he's going to pick up another card here.
Hold the line.
Hold the line, very befitting here. Secondary mission is achieved at the end of your opponent's next turn, or at the end of the battle, whichever happens first. If there are no enemy units excluding aircraft units in range of your own deployment zone, that range depends on the battle size as follows. Incursion is 3, strike force is 6. So we're doing strike force. So secondary mission cannot be achieved during the first battle round, which we're not on anymore. If you generate this secondary mission during the first battle round, generate a new secondary mission, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, that's fine. So basically, just have no enemy units within your deployment zone. So you've got to hold that line. Already. I think you're good at that already. So you've held the line so far. That's good news for the Tau. So we're going to go on to the command phase now for the Tau Empire turn 2. Good news for the Tau Empire. They have secured 21 victory points. They've secured all 3 objectives. Marcus just about. I should have fired maximum firepower with the ordnance guns there, but I really wanted to kill some anti-tank over there. The lone fire warrior has kept the Tau in the mission so far. It's good news for the Tau. So they will get 15 victory points for that, and they get an additional 2 victory points for holding all 3 home objectives, it looks like, there for the town. So bring it to 21 points to 5 as we continue on in the command phase for the town. Turn 2. Command phase. Beginning of the command phase for the town. Tell us, what is your report?
So, the Fireblade is going to guide the squad and give them reroll ones to hit.
Let's come over here from the tower perspective. So let's have a look at this here.
The Fireblade buffing these guys.
Yep.
The Riptide is going to activate his Nova Reactor again and give himself Feel No Pain again.
Yep.
So I have a feeling I'll need it this turn. And then the Ethereal doesn't have anybody to give Soul of Fire to, but will attempt to regain another command point.
Okay,
so
on a 2+.
Yes.
Which he does. Excellent news there for the tower. Which reminds me, you get 2, I get an additional 1 CP as well. Anything else to report?
No, that's everything.
That's everything. Straightforward, easy for the tower with their technology. Very fluent indeed. So that's the end of the command phase. Straight on to the movement phase for the tower. Turn 2. Alright, the movement phase has been concluded on turn 2 for the tower. It looks like the tower are counter-offensive here. They want to dent the spear. That is the plan. So tell us more technicalities, Matthew, with regards to your tactics. What are you going to do?
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to light up with some marker lights. So
light them up with some marker lights. Now his dice here, I kid you not, they literally light up in the dark. The ones that he got for marker lights is brilliant. You just told me that. It's absolutely fantastic. Light them up, give them a marker light.
So all 5 marker drones here are all going to fire at the spear.
Alright, here we go. Here come the marker lights.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh, no, it's not good.
It's only the 2.
Only 2 marker lights.
So
there. 2 so far.
The lone fire warrior over there will fire his at the same target.
Here we go.
No!
He rolled a 1. I think he's a bit traumatised by his comrades fleeing.
I need at least 1 more, so this marker drone as well will do his at the same target.
Okay. And that is a 3, just about. So he's got the marker light there, increasing it to 3 marker light hits on the Bane Sword. Is that it?
That is it.
That is it for the purposes of... It's the end of the movement phase, it's done.
It's start of the shooting phase.
Start of the shooting phase, yeah. And then firepower will be coming. So that's the end. Any other movement to report?
No, everything's essentially just moved so I can shoot the spear.
Just getting into position, ready. So that's it. We're going to go straight on to the shooting phase now for the Tau on turn 2. So declaring targets, going to start with the Riptide first.
Yep.
And who are you going to target?
So we're going to target the spear.
Maximum firepower?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely going to take on the smoke launchers first. That's one obstacle there. Taking away a CP, reducing my command pool tally to 1 precious command point.
I'm also going to spend 1 command point to do Strike and Fade again with the Riptide so that he can move after he's fired.
Move after he's fired. Tactics there, keeping that Riptide alive.
So, the ion cannon, I am overcharging this time.
Okay, overcharging.
So, it should be 3s, but because of smoke launches, it's 4s.
Okay. That's
good.
Really, really good shooting there. I'm going to double check the tank ace ability for the Bane Sword. It's toughness 9.
So 4s.
Force to wound. Oh! Okay. So that's 4 wounds.
Yeah.
AP minus.
AP minus 3.
AP minus 3. We do get a 2-up armor save, would you believe? So our armor save is reduced to 5+. You're holding your breath here, aren't you?
A little bit.
A little bit. Now each does damage 4.
Each does damage 4.
Okay. 30 wounds is on a Bane Sword. Oh! 4 damage, but still alive. Rifles coming in hot. -1 to hit.
Oh, it's not good.
Not good.
Nope.
Nope, missed. It's -1 because of smoke launchers.
So,
anything else? That smoke launcher stratagem has proved very useful. And he's moved, repositioned the Riptide in the safety behind obscuring terrain. What's your next target?
The next target is the Ghost Kill against the Spear.
The Ghost Kill against the Spear. Here we go.
So I'm going to overcharge again.
Overcharge.
So
-1 to hit.
Oh, that's 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds have been taken.
And only 2 hits.
Only 2 hits. Strength of the weapon.
Strength of the weapon is 8 on overcharge.
Toughness 9 on a super heavy.
5s.
He does not. No, that's a 2.
No.
No damage. Bounced off the armour. And the armour holds on the Bane Sword, the regimental commander of the super heavy tank company. And
we do have 2 fusion blasters.
Oh, distraction. Sorry, I was getting into a little mantra there. Gloating about my glory.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Now,
okay.
I'm within 12, so they get +1 strength.
Yep.
And I'm actually also within 9, so they're also within half melter range.
Oh, yes. 1 wound.
So 2 wound. I'm going to spend my CP to try and
re-roll that.
one.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, it's a 1.
So just the one at -4.
-4. We do get a 5+ armor. And do you know what? No. Hold on a second. I need to call upon patrons here. Who are we going to call upon? They're all faithful. I'll hold Winston's off. I'm going to call upon Daniel Baker. Daniel Baker. He's an orc player, would you believe? But he is a fan of the channel. This is your moment, Daniel Baker. Ah, yes! It's a 2-up save. AP -4. AP -4. So that'd be 6s to save, is it?
Yeah.
It would be 6s, so the damage does come through. Blast. Failed with the dice roll. So damage is
D6 +2.
D6 +2. It does
a
roll
big
a big
6.
6. Oh, it's down to 18 wounds remaining. Boy, oh boy. But we're alive. And that's the most important thing so far.
So the heavy rail rifles are going to fire into the Spear.
Yep.
And the smart missile systems are going to fire into the infantry squad, or the remains of the infantry squad.
Okay, so it's going to be -1 again because of the smoke launchers. Right. Yep. So hitting on
4s.
4s.
Both hit. Wounding on 4s because it's strength 9, I think.
Yep. It's strength 9.
This.
Strength 9. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
AP minus.
AP -4.
2 6s. Come on, Chris. Chris Comiskey. This is Chris Comiskey's moment of glory. Nope. Doesn't even add up to 6 with 2 dice.
So this is essentially 2d3 +6 and 2 mortal wounds as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'd be 9 +2 is 11 wounds.
11 wounds. I am down to 8 wounds remaining, I think. 7 wounds remaining. 7 wounds remain on this super heavy. It's taken a lot of damage. The smart missile system into the infantry squad over here.
So just force to hit.
Force to hit.
Oh, it's good.
5
6s. That
6s.
earlier.
Wow, 6 hits so far.
So 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
I'll take it. I'll
Okay.
take it.
4 wounds.
4 at -1.
4 at -1, needing 6s. And the infantry squad have been destroyed. And who's this? Oh. So we have Anthony Leach. And we have Harrison Leach. They're gone. And an anonymous heavy weapons team have been destroyed. I'll be on camera. I mean, a single fire warrior. He's got to do it.
So he's going to fire at the infantry squad over there. Force to hit.
Force to hit.
He misses.
He misses. Fire Warrior is going to be shooting into the Sentinels, the armoured Sentinels.
There you go.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh, it's not good.
Few misses there.
So I do get 1/6, so that is an extra hit.
Yep, I remember that from last time.
I did remember this last time.
Yep. Strength is 5.
Yep, so 5.
So toughness 7, 5 to wound.
So 1 at -1 and 1 at -2.
Well, that one would be -0 and that would be -1 because it's armoured cockpit against damage 1 weapons. So this one, this dice roll will be the 2-up save. Yes, and the other one will be a 3-up save. And that's saved, no damage. Cadre Fireblade is going to fire his pulse rifle into the Sentinel squadron.
So he's hitting on 3s.
2 have hit their mark.
It's still strength 5, but this is AP -2 and damage 2.
Oh, right, okay, so I won't get the armoured cockpit rule. And so 1 wound does come through.
Yep.
And it's AP -2.
It is.
So 5 to save. Which we do. Okay, no damage. Well done. Stealth suits shooting maximum firepower against the Chimera. Hitting on 4s. Has not been marker lighted. 4 hits it looks like.
Yep.
No buffs, nothing. Strength is 5, toughness 7.
So 5s again.
There's 2 wounds. 2. And AP -1, I'm presuming.
AP nothing.
No, nothing. AP nothing. It's got armoured tracks. So it's got 2-up armour save. And that's saved, would you believe, thanks to the upgrade for armoured tracks. Can actually shoot in close combat. So they'll be hitting on 4.
It's hard to miss when the guys are trying to stab you.
That's very true.
And because we were within 12 inches, it'd be strength 6.
2s. Should have done Cadian stands, but never mind. Too late. It was a tactical error. And AP minus?
AP minus nothing, so it's 6 saves.
6 saves of 5+. Wow, would you believe? 5 casualties. That is brutal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Dear me, that's nasty. Absolutely nasty there. 5 casualties. So that's the end of firepower on turn 2 for the Tau Empire. Pretty successful turn, I must admit. A lot of damage has been taken on the super heavy over there, and the Sentinels have taken no damage whatsoever because the armoured cockpit has been proven very useful there, and even the armoured tracks on the Chimera has saved the Chimera from being wrecked. Any other charges? We're going straight on to the charge phase. Are you going to do some charging?
I am.
Again?
Again
against the Sentinels?
Yep, same thing all over again.
Okay, well, right, fair enough. We'll go to the ongoing the charges. I'm not going to Overwatch, so here we go.
We'll go with the cell suits.
And that's a 9-inch charge, and they will go into close combat there. Right, the Ghost Kill is going to charge into the Sentinels. 8-inch charge, that will be enough. 8 inches going in. And they will make it. Easy as that. Any other charges to declare?
No, that's everything.
So, okay, so charges, so we're going to go to melee attacks next. Skills attacking first. 3 attacks base, hitting on 5s, I believe.
Yep.
5 to hit.
Oh, it's 3 hits!
3 hits, can't complain about that.
So this is using the Ghost Kill Fist, so that's strength 7.
Toughness
-1 and 2 damage.
Toughness 7.
So 4s.
4 to wound. 1 wound. AP -2.
AP -1, 2 damage.
AP -1, 2 damage. So I don't get armor cockpit because it's 2 damage, so I get a 4-up save. No, I take 2 damage though on the Sentinel. Okay, so I'm going to do the drones and the stealth suits
all at the same time.
All at the same time, simultaneously. So hitting on 5s.
3 hits.
Strength, it's going to be 5 to wound.
Yep.
1 wound.
Just the 1.
2 up armor soakers of it's not damage 2 or anything like that. No. 2 up armor soakers of armor cockpit. Pays off on roll of 4. And that is it. So ongoing melees, I'm going to pick this unit here to fight your stealth suits. Shock troops, needing -1 to hit, isn't it?
It is, yep.
5 to hit.
Oh.
That's 2 hits. 5 to wound. Oh, is it strength 2? Is it?
No,
or,
it's
it's only 4 and shooting.
Only
Okay, so 2 wounds.
So 3's to save.
3's to save.
The save.
And saved. Now they will get to do their ongoing melee. So they'll be hitting on 5s.
I get 3.
3 hits. Wow.
Win on 3s.
Running on 3s. And
Nothing.
nothing.
No.
So no damage whatsoever on both sides there. Okay, that's the end of the melee. Next up is
Sentinels.
Sentinels, of course. Yeah, I'm going to do the Sentinel attacks against. I'm going to do them on your stealth suits.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 6 attacks with stealth suits. Hitting on 4s, 1 hit, and that's a wound. No AP, unless I had a chain sword, which I don't equip for them because it's the wrong period. Only Catjan ones at the time would have them because it's a transition of pre to post fall army.
I will take it on the drone.
Yep.
Which does save.
Does save, okay. So no damage whatsoever there. The new Sentinels, however, they will be fully magnetised and they will have the chain sword and hunter killer missiles and the new rocket launcher upgrade thing as well. So I'll be looking forward to using those Sentinels in the near future. So that is the end of the turn for the Tau. Before we do check and calculate victory points, we've got to do morale. I've lost 5 casualties here. 4 and it's 9, so I'm going to lose a guardsman. Oh dear, Matthew Tucker. He's fled the scene and there's more than 50% casualties, so 1 and 2's models will flee. Oh. 3 3s. Excellent. So that's that sorted out there. And for the Tau, nothing. No. Nothing at all. Okay. So that's the end of that section. Have you achieved any victory points?
Unfortunately, it didn't bring it down. However, I have held the line. So I will achieve that objective.
Okay, held the line has been achieved. And you score?
Score 5 points.
5 victory points. So that brings the total for the Tau 26 points for the Tau. 26 points to 5.
And at the end of my turn, I'm also going to get rid of Storm Hostile objective.
Okay, he's going to get rid of Storm Hostile objective. Getting rid of that one for free. So that's the end of the turn for the Tau. We're going to go on to a new turn for the Astra Militarum. It's turn 2, Astra Militarum. You regain back up to 2 command points for the Astra Militarum. The Tau get the CP back, so they're back up to 1. Next up, we're going to grab 3 cards in total. We've already got a card here. Defend Stronghold and Investigate Site. Mm-hmm. So, Defend Stronghold. This secondary mission is achieved at the end of your opponent's next turn or at the end of the battle, whichever happens first, if you control the objective marker in your own deployment zone. This secondary mission cannot be achieved during the first battle round. If you generate this secondary mission during the first battle round, generate a new secondary card and reshuffle. So that's fine. I can achieve that.
Yep, because you have it.
I have one over there in the corner. That's fine. So that'll be 5 victory points there, potentially. And then we have Investigate Site. So it is an action. So this secondary objective is achieved when a unit from your army completes the Investigate Site action. See below. Investigate site. One unit from your army can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase if it is wholly within 6 of the centre of the battlefield. This action is completed at the end of your turn, provided the unit attempting is still wholly within 6 of the centre of the battlefield, and there are no enemy units, excluding aircraft, wholly within 6 of the battlefield. So if this unit is fewer than 5 models with this action is completed, it is still achieved, but in this instance it will only score 2 victory points instead of 5. So for example, if the Bane sword went in the middle, it would only score 2 victory points. Whereas if I had a whole unit on there, it would be 5 victory points. So that's achievable. We do have a mechanised unit inside that Chimera. So that's the end of the missions. We're going to go straight on to the command phase next for the Astra Militarum, turn 2. Right, it's the end of the command phase for the Astra Militarum. So I've issued an order here, pound them to dust with the field ordnance guns. Done that there. The super heavy tank commander has done full throttle to the Chimera vehicle there, and I've done pound them to dust for this command vehicle and anything with the mechanised keyword within 6 inches of that ordered unit there. They will get pound them to dust. So actually the pound them to dust order applies to this model here. The regimental commander has issued an order from the Cadian command squad. He's actually going to issue an order to the infantry squad. Do you know what I've realised I forgot to do? I forgot to fire the Master of Ordnance.
Oh no!
Never mind, I will remember this time. So I'm going to do forwards for the Emperor. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to do move, move, move. Make sure they get moving.
Okay.
So I'm going to get them sprinted as fast as they can across the battlefield there. So that is the end of the command phase. We're going to go straight onto the movement phase now for the Astra Militarum, turn 2. So that's the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum. Before we do the overall picture of what's happened on the movement phase, we can restore D3 wounds on the Bane sword. And that's the full 3. Back up to 10 wounds remaining there for the Bane sword. So that's good news actually. It's pretty useful there for repairing there. So an overall picture of the movement phase. I've stood still with these 2 squads here. They're just securing these objectives here. I've re-embarked with the 3 remaining shock troopers, and they received the shock of their lives, realising how many men are dead simply by stealth suits, would you believe? And then they've gone back inside, and the Chimera, would you believe, can charge, and furthermore it can fire its lasgun array because there's occupants inside. He's very kindly allowed me to move the Sentinels out of close combat. They won't be able to shoot, but still they can disengage from close combat, so therefore I can bring in the firepower to try and destroy the Ghost Keel and the stealth suits. So the Bane sword has moved. It's bracketed, so it's moved about 6 inches, severely damaged, but the Tech Priest has just repaired 3 inches restored, which is good news indeed. The field ordnance guns have stood still. The Commissar has advanced 7 inches, moved over to there. The General has moved 10 inches. The Castellan has moved in support of the infantry squad over to there. And the other thing as well is we've done the order for here, pound them to dust, from the tank commander. And the other thing that I've done as well is I've moved the tank commander to secure this objective here, still hold on to that. And furthermore, we've done move, move, move for the infantry squad at the top there. And the Chimera has gone in support over to there. full throttle, regular move, but +2 move for the Chimera, and it's disembarked the infantry squad before it moved as well. And I think that is it for the purposes of movement phase. So no psychic phase, going to go straight onto the shooting phase. Turn 2 for the Astra Militarum. Right, I'm going to fire the lasgun array. Would you believe it has got 12 shots because there's occupants inside. Actually, no, 6 shots, begging your pardon. I'll just double check the profile for this. Back. It's actually 12 shots because obviously it's in rapid fire range there. So we will be hitting on lowest brackets, so 6s to hit. Yep. Because of the damage. But would you believe it? There's 6 auto wounds. Righty ho. So
3 ups.
3 ups. And you've taken a wound.
Just the one.
Just the one wound there. Next up is the multi-laser. Same target. That's 2 auto wounds. Simple as that. Born soldiers of KDR. And it's AP -1.
Yeah, so that's another wound, so that does kill that guy.
That kills that guy there. And then a heavy bolter. Hitting on 6s. No, missed. Even at point blank range.
Yay!
That's the Chimera done. Next up, we have got an infantry squad over here. And that is going to fire at the Ghost Kill. Okay, what's very interesting here is that it's models within 18, not the whole unit.
Yeah.
So only the las cannon is within 18 of the Ghost Kill. So I'm going to do that first, and all the remaining firepower is going to go into that stealth suit there, just to put him out of his misery. So las cannon coming in hot, needing a 5+.
Yes.
Oh, the dreaded 1. And then las guns rapid firing into the stealth suit. 17 shots. Hitting on... Oh, the grenade launcher is going to do a solid shot. Okay. Just to clarify that. 17 shots hitting on 5. That's 2 auto wounds. And 2 hits. 1 wound, so that's 3 wounds to make.
Am I benefiting from the cover here?
No, you're not fully in the foliage, unfortunately.
Ooh.
So, needing... There's no AP minus, so 3s. Takes a wound. And a solid shot grenade launcher. Misses. Okay, the stealth suit is still alive. Heavy bolters are going to strip the Ghost Kill, unless he puts the damage onto the Ghost Kill. So 6 shots. Hitting on 4s, -1 because it's 5s. Yeah. And that's 2 auto wounds and a hit. And no wounds. So only just 2 wounds at AP -1 on the drone.
So it'll be 4 ups. Oh, it's got to be on the Ghost Kill because he's taking the wounds.
Okay. Can take on the Ghost Kill?
Yep.
So it takes 2 damage.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, down to 8. So next up is the las cannon against the Riptide. That misses. Next up is the battle cannon, D6 +3 shots. Oh, I've rolled 1 again! 4 shots. Really tempted to spend CP. Come on, let's do it. Rerolling that 1. That's better. Boom. 5 shots.
Boom.
5 shots +3. Turret weapon. Hitting on 3s. Come on, for the Emperor. Hoorah. What? Only 3 hits. No auto wounds. 2 wounds though. AP -2.
So 4 up saves.
He makes 1. 3 damage.
So 3 5 up thunder pains from overcharging the reactor.
Makes 1, so 2 damage comes through on the Riptide. Okay, I've selected targets here, so I'm going to fire 4 las cannons over against that Riptide. And then I'm going to fire the primary weapon into the Ghost Kill, because I'll get +1 to hit, and then -1 to hit because of Ghost Kill technology. All the heavy bolters I'm going to shoot into the Fire Warrior squad, right in the front there. Easy target, easy kills. That's what we need for the glory of the Emperor. You are part of the Spear of the 57th. We want glory today. So, 4 las cannons. Are you ready?
No.
Nope. 5s to hit because it's damage bracketed, but 6s are really good. 1 hit, 1 auto wound. And that's a wound because it was 3 4s there. So AP -3.
5 up saves.
5 up saves.
Come on.
No, that's 2d6 damage. I've used my command reroll, so I'm down to only 1 CP remaining. I'll move these CPs out of the way. 2d6 damage. I need a 4+ with 2d6.
No!
Oh, just about. It's destroyed.
No.
Mission accomplished. There, excellent shooting. Very well trained indeed. Next up is the Quake Cannon. Into the Ghost Kill. It is 6 + d6 shots. You want to look at this moment of glory. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, that there is, what would you say that is? Is that cocked, or you'd say 3?
I'd say that's a cocked.
Cocked dice. Okay, fair enough. We'll re-roll that again. A 2.
2.
Okay, 8 shots. 8 shots. It's going to be 5 to hit because of Ghost Kill technology, but we're +1 to hit because of turret weapon. 6s are auto wounds, and 5s to hit. 2 hits. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to re-roll that because of... Oh, it only applies to core units. Take that back. Forget it. That's 4 wounds in total. That's AP -4. Each does 4 damage.
So that's 16 5 up feel no pains because the Ghost Kill has.
Oh, it bypasses the armor straight away.
Yeah, it's the flare launcher, which gives me a 5 up feel no pain against attacks of strength 8 or higher.
But what about your drones?
Unfortunately, because the Ghost Kill's already been wounded, I've got to take.
Oh, you got to take up the damage on the
Ghost
Kill.
I could do. I'll spend the CP to kill 1 drone, which will absorb 1 shot.
So that's 4 damage gone straight away. So it kills the drone. So 4 dice have been taken away. It's down to no command points left. And oh dear, it's gone.
not good. It's dead.
It's gone.
It's very dead.
The Ghost Kill has been obliterated by the Quake Cannon.
Does it explode?
Does it explode? That's a good question.
It
does not explode. But just the drone remains there for the Ghost Kill. The Ghost Kill was no more. 30 heavy bolter shots into those fire warriors over there. No quarter. 6s are auto wounding because of born soldiers.
Oh, how many?
So that's quite a few. These are AP -1 as well. That is 6 auto wounds. I am hitting on 5s though.
Oh, there's another
That's
one
another one there. And that generates a total of 9 wounds on your fire warriors.
Okay, I'm going to start with the Guardian drone because that will at least leave me with the 4 up saves.
Okay.
So, 1. Come on. Come on.
What?
Ah!
Oh, I died. And then the rest of the shots,
So that's 5
wounds
left.
of 5. Very well done from the Guardian drone.
And so
3
the
more.
other drone dies and 2 fire warriors die.
2 fire warriors die. Okay. And that's just over there. Just going to take off that one and that one there. Holding the ground. Best they can. Laser. Fire at that lone Joan of Fire warrior. Hitting on 3s. Turret weapon. All hit. Strength 6. 3 wounds. AP -1 for a multi-laser now.
4 up because I'm in the cover. He's dead.
He's dead. He's gone. Objective secured, sir. Multi-laser can see the fire warriors over the corner there. It's going to be -1 to hit because they're in the foliage. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. And no wound. 2 is a wound actually because strength 6. So
does fail.
Does fail. It kills a fire warrior. Multi-laser is clearing the path here. We do have a charge. The Chimera is going to charge into the stealth suit. Do you want to overwatch?
I don't have any CP left.
You don't. So I'm going to go over to here on a roll of a 9. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like that. So you have 1 wound remaining on him. Have you got 1 wound left?
Yes.
He's got 1 wound remaining. Okay. So let's see how many attacks we get. Attack need a 6. No!
Nope.
And your attack's back.
We get 3.
3 attacks because of the leader.
Yep. He misses.
And misses. Needing 5s to hit. So that is the end of the turn. So I've got to calculate morale. You've lost 2 casualties there.
Yep, so that drone.
Drone. 4. Leadership.
I believe passes.
I think he passes. Drone.
Yep, leadership 6. So
Leadership 6, he does pass, would you believe? The AI is intelligent. Fire warriors over there.
Fire warriors, they can't fail.
No, they can come off.
So
And the guy over there, he's just got shot to bits by a multi-laser. That's the end of morale. Done shooting and close combat. Calculating victory points next. So at the beginning of the turn, I forgot to mention this actually, we did score 10 victory points.
Yep.
Because I scored 2 objectives. And the other thing as well is I score 5 victory points at the end of the turn for having a whole unit within the centre of the battlefield. So that is a core unit as well. So that's 5 victory points for that as well. And we have another victory point as well for the opponent's next turn to the end, which control the marker. Yep, own marker, which is that one there. So another 5 victory points there. So that brings the score now for the Astra Militarum to
it's 20 in total.
20 to the Astra Militarum. So it's 26.
25.
25 points to
26 points.
Wow, 1 point in it.
1 point in it.
So the Tau are winning by 1 single point. They do have a turn in hand, but then we'll get to react a bit later on if we survive. So it's 26 points to 25. We're going to go on to a new battle round straight away. The cards I'm going to discard. I've investigated site, so I've achieved that. I've achieved defend stronghold, and I'm going to capture enemy outposts. I will. Do I get rid of it? Do I get rid of this? To be honest with you, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep it because we feel quite confident as it is with our advance at the moment. But the crisis battle suits may grab and steal those objectives. So do you know what? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. So a fresh deck next time. So that's the end of the battle round. We're going to go straight on to a new battle round 3, turn 3, for the forces of the Tau Empire. So battle round 3, turn 3 for the Tau. So you've already got Bring It Down.
Yep, which I will achieve.
Battlefield Supremacy. So basically grabbing a lot of objectives.
Yep, 3 or more objectives.
3 or more objectives. And investigate site. Yeah. So you have to go into the centre of the battlefield. Do you want to spend a command point to discard a card?
No, I'm going to have 2 spaces left at the end of this turn.
Okay,
anyway.
he's going to have 2. That's what he's going to stick with. Investigate site, bring it down, and battlefield supremacy. Going to go on to the command phase now for the Tau. Turn 3. End of the command phase for the Tau. Turn 3. Tell us, what have you done, Xenos?
So, the Fireblade is given rerolls the Fire Warriors again.
Yep.
The Ethereal is going to try and give these guys the ability to perform an action and still shoot. So that's going to go off on a 2+.
Yep.
Which it does. And then he's going to try and regain ACP for me. Which he does.
So back up to 2 again.
Yes.
So it's 2 apiece every time for Tower and Astra Militarum. That's the end of the command phase.
Yep.
Straight onto the movement phase now for the Tower. Reinforcements will be coming in hot on turn 3. A mind blank. I just realised if you can fire the field ordnance guns. So Matthew has very, very kindly allowed me to show. The original target for me was to fire at the Riptide to do as much damage as I could. So we've pounded them to dust. I'm just going to do the field on ordnance guns only. Because I know those stealth suits are just too tough to bring down. So we have 12 shots. So we're hitting on 5s. So 2 auto wounds and a hit. So just 2 wounds at AP -2.
So 4 up saves. So pass
Saved. Happy enough, totally happy, and that is a legitimate result. So that's the field ordnance guns completed. End of the movement phase for the Tau on turn 3. Very, very fascinating section of the game.
So
go
one
ahead.
thing I did forget to mention, I'm going to overcharge the ion cannon on the Riptide rather than get the Feel No Pains this turn.
Okay.
Because I want to make the spear dead. So that's the plan.
Oh, okay. So trying to dent the spear. Will the tank survive? We shall find out a bit later on in the battle.
So the Fire Warriors have moved into the centre to find out what the Cadians have found. The stealth suits are going to move up to try and shoot out the Chimera so that to free up the other stealth suit.
Yep.
And then at the end of my turn, Commander Skystrike dropped in here, ready to take.
He's literally came down from the sky. What a pose! Let's have a look at that. Right on the ground. It's like the guardsmen like. No. Hopefully. Bit of sound effects there.
And Crescentine Blastburn also dropped down because that's a nice Chimera. I don't want to see it anymore.
Chimera? You mean Lehman Russ?
That too.
Named after your favourite Space Marine chapter. The Space Wolves. Yes. Indeed. He does collect Space Wolves as well as a Tau player. So that is fantastic. Anything else to report?
No, that's everything.
No, that's everything? Excellent. So that is the end of the movement phase for the Tau. No psychic phase. Straight on to the movement phase. Marker lights.
Yes.
Marker lights first, coming right up. Shooting phase coming right up. Marker lights. So your drones, one's going to go over here.
Yep.
One marker light is going to go over there.
Yep.
And how are you going to do these two?
We'll see after I've done the first two. So
Okay.
the one on the Russ.
One on the Russ.
I get it.
It does, yes.
The one on the spear. Also
It
comes
does.
through.
So a marker light each. We'll do that in a second.
So we'll split these two. So we'll do one on the spear again and one on the Chimera.
Yep.
So the one on the spear. Get it?
Gets the marker light.
Chimera also.
Marker light accuracy here.
In which case we'll do this final marker light onto the infantry squad.
The infantry squad, marker lighted. It
Yep.
does. They are marker lighted. Every single marker light has hit its mark. So the crisis commander, battlesuit commander, coming in down with firepower to bring against the infantry squad.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the high yield burst cannon against the infantry squad.
Yeah.
The fusion blaster is going to go against the Chimera.
Yes, in range.
And I'll do the missile pod against the Chimera as well.
Okay.
So
which weapon's this firing?
So this is going to be the high yield missile pod. Sorry, the high yield burst cannon.
High yield burst cannon into the infantry squad. What are we going to do? Are we going to take cover? What's the AP minus?
AP minus 1.
On twos. I'm going to check my stratagems here. See what we've got. That take cover is a stratagem. It is not. It is an order now. So here we go.
So 2s to hit. Any 6s to hit as carry-ons now in effect are an additional hit.
Okay.
And I'm rerolling all hits and wounds.
Yep.
So let's start over again.
Just hosing down with its high yield burst cannon. 3s to wound.
Strength 6.
2s to wound. Wow, they've all wounded.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how many wounds is that?
That'd be 10.
10 wounds. And I have 10 dice here. Providence from the Emperor. AP minus 1.
AP minus 1.
6s to save. We have 1 model remaining. I don't know who to pick. This is such a cruel world. I'm going to have to take the sergeant off. I'm sorry, that's Donald Hammer. The screen has gone. Oh no! Ambushed! Mercilessly cut down. It's cruel.
So, the rest of the guns, so the fusion blaster.
A 1.
Reroll.
A 4.
Hits.
3s to wound. Does wound.
AP minus 4.
Bypass the armour.
So d6 damage for 3.
For 3, so it's down to 8 wounds remaining.
And then the 2 missile pods.
2 missile pods.
Oof.
Rerolls.
For the rerolls. Oh, still 2 missed.
Okay.
Strength 7, so 4s.
4 to wound. Yep.
Yep. 2 at minus 2.
Save none.
And these are 2 damage each, so 4 damage.
So 8. 4, so 4 wounds left on the Chimera. The crisis suits ambushing Devin Matthews' Lehman Russ tank. This is not looking good for the Astra Militarum.
So we're going to start with the Nova Surge Plasma Rifle, which is a slightly different profile. So we'll spend the Mark Out token for 3s to hit.
Does hit.
Does hit, and because it's the closest model within 6, it gains an extra hit.
Oh. Oh, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is, I'm within 12, so this is strength 9.
Toughness 8.
So 3s to wound.
1
wound. And this is AP minus 5, this plasma rifle. So it's 3 damage.
3 damage. So 13 wounds. It's down to 10 wounds remaining.
Right.
10 wounds left.
So the remaining plasma rifles.
That's a cocked die.
That is a very cocked die.
So it's,
So it's 4 hits.
Strength.
Strength 9, because I'm within 12. So 2 at minus 4.
I do have 2 6 armour saves. I'm going to call upon patrons here. Need heroics. So we have Chris Comiskey, and I'm going to call upon Henrik Pearson. Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to do Chris Comiskey first. This is Chris Comiskey's moment of glory. Thank you, Chris, for your support, and a fellow member of the Inner Circle on the SS82 channel. He collects Orcs and Eldar, but does like the Astra Militarum. That's why he's joined.
Surely on my side he's seen us, right?
Well, yeah. I need boxcars, Chris. Give it to me. No, but you give me a boxcar of 5s. Oh.
6 damage in total.
6 damage, down to 4 wounds remaining. Lean Ross has been hit hard.
So, and then the missile pods.
Missile pods.
That's not amazing.
Strength.
Strength 8 again, because I'm within 12.
Toughness 8. 2 boons.
2 at -2.
4 ups. And I'm going to call upon Henrik Pearson. And that's 2 saves, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And what's the damage?
Damage 2.
Damage 2. So I must pass these in order for the tank to live. I'm alive by 2 wounds remaining. Oh boy, we were very fortunate there. That is nasty work. And that's the Marker Light's gone there. Okay, well done. The Lehman Russ is still alive. Right, remaining firepower.
Yep, so we're going to do the Riptide, who's going to unload both the main gun and the plasma rifles into the spear.
The Emperor protects. We will add smoke launchers as a little obstacle. So I'm down to 1 command point remaining.
So I overcharged the cannon this time, so I get 8 shots. Hitting on 3s with the Marker Light, but -1 again, so 4s. I am overcharging.
And 2 mortal wounds.
Yes. It's the closest eligible target, so I do get this. I'm on within 12. Should have checked this first. I am within 12.
Yep. Because the barrel counts as part of the model.
So I am going to re-roll. I'm going to spend my CP to re-roll one of the hit rolls.
Okay, I'm going to reroll the 1.
Yep.
And there's a 2.
But it's
It's only just a single mortal wound. There.
That is 2 extra hits.
Yep.
So
Strength of the weapon.
strength 9.
Toughness 9. 4s to wound.
1, 2, 3, 4 at -3.
-3. Okay. Come on, Winston. This is your turn. This is your vehicle. What's the damage profile? Each times 3.
Damage 4.
Damage 4! I need a miracle here. It's all about a dice roll to determine if the model is destroyed. Very, very, very nasty. Here we go. So it's AP -4.
AP -3.
AP -3, so I got a 5+ save because I got 2+ armour. For the Emperor. Come on, Winston. Oh, no! It's gone. It's just melted. Right. Now does it detonate?
That's the question.
Yeah. And I cannot command reroll.
Explode, 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 explode.
He wants Hollywood. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to allow the patrons to be responsible. I will take the full responsibility for the explosion. Does it explode? It'll be catastrophic if it did. 2, it does not.
Boo, boo and hiss.
It did well. It did very well. But Winston Adkins' vehicle has been removed from the game. The spear has been dented. It is no more. Stealth suit. That's locked in close combat against the Chimera.
No, the 2 that aren't.
Oh, the 2 that aren't.
Yes.
Can they? Where are they going to shoot?
They are going to shoot. Oh no, they can't shoot the Chimera, can they?
No, they can't.
Of course they can't.
That's why I suggested him. Which he could. He could.
Yeah, it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to do it. So I will spend the Mark token for him to shoot, because I have to. So it'd be 3s to hit.
3s to hit. Even in close combat. Wow.
So
5 hits.
5 hits, but because he's in close combat, I don't get the extra 6s to hit. For it, the explodes.
5 to wound.
Yep. That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
No AP, 1 damage.
1 damage. Armoured tracks makes it a 2+ armour save. Don't roll a 1. Oh, good job I got that upgrade. Good job I got that upgrade. Armoured tracks pays off. We like to toughen up our vehicles. It's still alive.
The other stealth suits in that case then are going to shoot the infantry squad.
Infantry squad down here.
Yep.
So that's foliage. That's going to be -1 to hit.
Yep, but I get the +1 from the Markerlight. And
yep. So which negates
12.
that. Yep.
So that makes my gun strength 6.
Okay, the guns are going to be strength 6.
So 3 4s to hit.
Okay. 4s to hit. Pays off a little bit.
Yep, but they're not the closest unit, so I don't get the explodes.
2s to wound against the infantry squad. A couple of failures.
3 saves.
So 3 saves of no AP. So 5+. Saved 1. So 2 casualties. The infantry squad there. And I'll put a morale token on next. 2 fire warriors firing through. Oh, you're in the terrain. You don't get the modifier. So
I'm not really in the terrain.
you're not really in terrain. Okay, fair enough. So 5s.
So both missed.
So both missed.
And then we'll do this fire warrior squad at the
Infantry squad in the middle. I will spend a CP for Cadian stands. And that reduces me to 0 command points there. So Cadian stands has been active because they are shock troops.
So I will get 6s to hit are an additional hit with carry on, and because the fire blades still nearby, 6s to hit are another additional hit because of volley fire. So, forced to hit. So that's 6 hits.
Yep.
And I get to reroll the ones. No.
Okay. So 6s explode. Which bounces 2, deadly. Forced to wound because of Cadian stands.
Yes.
Stratagem. That's a good roll.
That saved you a couple of wounds, though, to be fair.
It has, yes.
So, 5 saves at -1.
5 saves at -1. Save 2.
Oh.
So 3 casualties. 1, 2, 3. We got away with that. And that's very useful. Agency is about to be sniped by the fire blade.
Yep. So, hitting on 3s.
Both hit.
And wounding on
3s,
3s,
yeah.
5. Oh, no!
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh.
Bounces off the armour.
That is my shooting phase.
That's the end of the shooting phase. And close combat's next. Any charges?
Yes.
Okay, there's going to be charges. It looks like these stealth suits are going to charge again. And anything else?
I'm going to attempt... Do you have a CP left?
I don't.
I'm going to attempt to charge the Lehman Russ.
On this one here?
Yes.
Okay. So, I can't overwatch. I ran out of command points. I've burnt them all.
So, I'll need a 9.
Need a 9.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. They're in. Nothing that we can do there. So that means that tank is in close contact with the enemy. How interesting is that? Suits into the sentinels, cannot overwatch. And they're in on a roll of a 6. Right, melees. Which melee are you going to start first?
Let's try and kick a Lehman Russ to death.
Kill the Lehman Russ. Okay.
So, hitting on 5s.
Hit on 5s.
10 attacks with the crisis suits, which I will just pile in very quickly.
Yep, extra 3-inch piling move. There. Hit on 5s.
Just the 2.
Just the 2. Toughness 9.
So strength 5.
Sorry, toughness 8, big one. That's super heavy.
So just the one.
Just the one wound. What's the damage on these?
Damage 0.
Damage 0. Damage 0?
Damage 1. Sorry.
Damage 0, like, what's the point of attacking? So, no AP?
No AP.
2 up armour. 6 we hold. And any remaining attacks?
The 2 drones.
2 drones.
Crucifix of Doom! No.
Nothing. And then...
The stealth suits are
Stealth
the
suits.
Sentinels.
Yep.
So I get 6 hold attacks.
6 hold attacks.
I hit once.
Hit once.
I wound once.
And I'm going to roll a 2+ armour save because of armoured cockpit. And I rolled a 5.
Boom.
No problem at all there. Any other charges?
That's everything.
Oh, we pick a combat now, so I'm going to pick this one. 1 attack, needing a 6. Done. And
Attacks back.
your attack's back.
Hit once.
Hit once. Doesn't wound. And then over here, we may as well do just a single attack, needing a 6. Now, even though it's got a dozer blade, I didn't charge you, so I don't get that bonus for +1 to hit. 2 is a miss. Next up
Sentinels?
is the Sentinels, yes. So what I'm going to do is... what are we going to do? What are we going to do, lads? Well, I've got a 3-inch consolidation move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stretch out as much as I can towards the objective. So I don't want too many attacks.
You have to move towards.
I have towards them. I have to. Yeah. Yes, we have to. We get sucked in, don't we? It's like water down a plug. No choice, Commander. We have to get stuck in. It's not what we're designed for. If we had chainswords, it may be a bit different, but it is not to be. 6 attacks. Yes, we do have to get stuck in. Hitting on 4s, 2 hits. That's 2 wounds. No AP.
3 up saves. Oh no!
Ah, 1's dead. And that means I can come off. I can come off that objective, which is a really good news there for the Astra Militarum. So I think that's it. Morale. Morale, we've lost 2. 5. Leadership 7. That's perfect. Over here, they've lost 3. But I'm in the 6 inches of an officer. So he uses his leadership instead because of the born soldier's trait. 5 and 8. Leadership 8.
Good job,
Just what they needed. And over there, yes, unless I roll a 1, no, they've gone. They've fled the scene. And who was that? Henrik Pearson has fled the scene. He lives to fight another day, but I've lost another troop's choice. Any morale for the Tau?
No.
A little bit of poetry there. Any morale for the Tau? Hoorah. Right. So that's the end of the turn. We're going to calculate points now for secondary objectives. Now, at the beginning of the turn, you scored how many victory points?
I only scored 5.
I only scored 5, so 5 plus
However,
the secondary points here.
I have scored all 3 secondary objectives.
Oh, okay.
So I've finally killed the spear.
Yep.
I do control 3 objectives.
Yep.
And I managed to do the investigate sites action thanks to the ethereal.
Yep. So that's 20 points in this turn.
In this turn, yep.
Yep. So 20 points have been added to the Tau. So that's the end of the turn for the Tau. We're going to go straight on to the Astra Militarum, turn 3. Coming right up. Regain a CP. Back up to that precious 1 command point each. 3 new objectives. Here we go. Extend battle lines. And we have secure no man's land. Boy oh boy. And overwhelming firepower. Okay. So if only one unit remaining in your army at the secondary mission. Okay, we're just going to check these out. So we'll check these off on camera, but they are doable, I believe, here. So straight away we start off with 10 victory points over there. So how many points do we have in total?
So you have 25...
35 now.
35 in total.
35, and for the Tau?
We have 20, 35, 41.
41, so 20, so 35 to 41. So the Tau are in it still with 6 points. It's a close game as the fight continues for the Astra Militarum turn 3. We've done the orders phase and the command days on turn 3. I'm going to do shock and awe order for this Lehman Russ here. There's no other orders here. The units though can issue the same order. The tank commander has done that. Now I haven't issued any orders here because they're all going to go inside the Chimera because I know what's going to come. There's going to be a lot of crisis battle suits coming, so we're going to get prepared for that. The field ordnance guns have stood still. So the Commissar is going to issue an order, show them steel, show them contempt. And that's it for the purposes of orders. So that's the end of the command phase. Going to go straight on to the movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 3. So it's the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 3. And there's a lot of movement been happening here. So with shock and awe, I've decided to disengage with this Lean Russ. It can only move 6 inches, but it's perfect because we're within 3 inches of that objective there. Actually, I need to move you back to there. I wonder where that dice was. So you only got 2 wounds remaining. And then over here, the tank commander, it's not even damaged, but I'm making sure that the Tech Priest Engine Seer is hopefully going to repair any damage, and it's going to do any remaining firepower against the Riptide over there. This Lehman Russ has come to support the left flank and try and cover their retreat with, this is Tyler Grizzle's Lehman Russ over there. Scott Costello and Marcus Fraser's field ordnance guns have stood still, and they've got show them steel, show them contempt. Then over here we have an infantry squad stood still, going to try and shoot and blow away the stealth suits over there. Chimera is backed out of close combat, moved 8 inches away. They have secured this objective, which is really good news for the Astra Militarum over here. And then over here, the leaders are leading by example. So we have the Colonel and his command party and the Master of Ordnance. They have moved and pressed for their attacks against the crisis battle suits over there. And then over here we have the Cadian Shock Trooper squad inside there, as well as the Castellan. That's why I didn't issue any orders, just to give them extra protection against enemy crisis battle suits. So that is the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum. I'm going to go straight on to the shooting phase on turn 3 for the Sons of Cadian. I did not see that. There is a drone contesting the objective. So it is contested, so it's 1 apiece over there. Now, Tyler Grizzle's tank, maximum firepower, is going to try and bring all its guns to bear over here. Las cannon splitting in, let's fire. It's going to fire at the Riptide. All the remaining firepower is within range, and he's going to fire the 2 sponson heavy bolters and the battle cannon. He's going to shoot into the crisis battle suit squad over there. So we're going to fire heavy bolters, hitting on 4s. We're not even damaged. There was a dropped warlord trait there, not within influence of anybody. That's 2 auto wounds and 1 wound. AP -2.
Because of hardened armour. you don't make that wound because it becomes strength 4, not strength 5 for the heavy bolters.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's just the 2.
Just the 2 wounds. Okay, well remembered. Hardened armour.
So 4 up safe.
Tau technology.
Pass 1 fail 1.
2 damage.
So a drone dies.
A drone dies. Okay, that's that there. Next up is the battle cannon. It is 3 plus d6 shots. 2. I'm gonna. How many wounds have they got each? 3, 4 wounds each. Oh boy. Nope, gonna keep the result as it is. Gonna keep it as it is. So we've got 5 shots. 5 shots. Hitting on freeze, turret weapon. An auto wound. And 2 hits. 3 wounds. AP minus 2.
So 4 up invulnerable saves.
Ah! Shield drones. Blast! Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay. Maybe in a bit of trouble here. Shock and awe. Oh no. Right, okay, we're going to have to fire the field ordnance guns over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire 2 las guns over there. And then the field ordnance guns are going to fire down there. 2 las guns first. Only nothing.
Nothing.
Missed. Then the 2 field ordnance guns. 2d6 shots. And I'm going to call upon a Patreon. Tyler Grizzle. Give me ordnance. Okay, 7. That's satisfactory. Give me some dice. I need glory. So 7 shots. Move these dice out of the way. So they're hitting on 4s. I do have line of sight. That's an auto wound. Strength 7. So that there is AP minus 2.
So 4 up saves again.
Yep.
So drone dice.
And 2 damage.
2 damage on the suits.
On the suits, okay. Shield drones have gone.
We missed the las cannon on the Russ. I just realised.
On... Oh, the las cannon, yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that now. So, here we go. Las cannon. This is against the Riptide, thanks for reminding me. 6, that's an auto wound.
Oh, I regret my decisions. That's fine.
5, he's fine. He's okay. Ah, bounced off the armour. Didn't quite penetrate enough. So... Which is more nasty? This is a tough decision. I've got to make an important decision here. Okay. I've selected targets. The 2 Sponson heavy bolts are going to fire into the fire warriors, the las cannon, and it's going to use its hunter killer missile. It's going to shoot into the Riptide. And the Gatekeeper Relic Battle Cannon is going to shoot at those Crisis Battle Suit squad there. So, heavy bolters first. Clear some fire warriors away. So that's an auto wound, and that's a miss. Those are hits. And that's 4 wounds in total, AP minus 1.
5 up saves. I passed cocked.
That's a cocked die, can we roll that? Yeah.
Yep.
And that's 3 fire warriors killed. Just like that. Las Cannon. Las Cannon coming in hot. Okay, here we go. That's a 1! Oh, Las Cannon's missed. Now the Hunter Killer. Give it to me. 6 and auto wound.
Oh no!
Auto wound. Auto wound. Come on.
No!
Failed. D6 damage.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
He's going to re-roll it. Spending his
I'm gonna
CP.
re-roll it. Yes!
Okay, he's done it. Okay. Oh, bounced off the armour. It's AP -2, by the way. So, okay. Now, the Gatekeeper. D3 plus 6 shots. 1.
That's still 7 shots.
Still 7 shots hitting on 3s. I'm going to keep it. What have I rolled? I'm happy. I'm happy with that roll. Yeah, mate. This is a tense game all of a sudden. Okay, right. 7 shots. Hitting on 3s. One auto wound. Strength 9. Toughness 5.
That was 5.
3's the wound. 4 wounds.
Okay.
AP -3. Because the relic battle cannon.
Because of the way I've got to do this, so shield generators on the first
Oh,
class of suit.
don't. Oh, stop it! Stop
Yes!
it! No! Oh! No! Oh, so cruel. This game is so cruel. Oh, Chimera. It's going to fire the multi-laser into the Fire Warriors, and then the Flamer is going to try and auto-hit and see if it does any damage over there. The multi-laser is hitting on 4s because it's bracketed. So that's 3 hits. 2's to wound.
Yep.
Or wounded, thankfully. AP -1.
So 5 up saves.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all dead.
They're all dead. Fire Warriors killed. And Flamer, D6 auto hits. 6 auto hits. Strength 5.
Becomes strength 4.
Becomes strength 4.
Makes it 5 to wound.
5 to wound. Didn't make a difference anyway, so only 1 wound at AP -1. It's a heavy Flamer.
So, shield drone? No, takes a wound.
Kills the drone. No, he's got 2 wounds, hasn't it?
2 wound shield drones, yep.
2 wound shield drones. And that is it there for that Chimera. Good shooting. Next up is we're going to be firing the multi-laser. Multi-laser is going to shoot into the Fire Warriors, and the heavy flamer is going to shoot into the Fire Warriors. The las gun array is going to shoot into there. Long range. So hitting on 4s. And then 6 is to wound. Oh, it's a shame because of the trait there. Multi-laser. Point blank. That's an auto wound. So make a single armor save of AP -1. The rest have missed their target. And kills a Fire Warrior. And time to cook a Fire Warrior.
No.
Let's have some roast beef if you think Tao. Oh, cow. 1 auto hit. 3. No! Failed. Failed in that attack there. And over here, the command party. I'm going to see what the Master of Ordnance can do. Master of Ordnance can't do anything, sadly, because he was in the Chimera, in the command phase. And he missed. That was against the drone. And next up is the command party. So we've got las guns at rapid fire. So we have got... oh, where did you come from? Patrick Darling, his squad's gone. So we've got melter guns. We've got 1, 2. So we've got 5 las shots, and the commander has got a separate profile. 4s. That's an auto wound, would you believe? And those 2 have hit. And these will be 2s. Sorry, they'll be 6s to wound, won't they? Because of the trait. So 1 save. There. And armour save. 6. Commander. 3+ to hit. 5 is a hit. No wound. Next up is the melter. I may as well shoot at something.
Yep.
6 is an auto wound. Becomes AP -4 and +2 damage.
So, children. Stays alive.
I hate the towel. I hate the towel. Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me I'm running out of options. Don't tell me I'm running out of options. Right, I've got over here to do. So that's that's disengaged from close combat. And we're going to do this infantry squad here. I'm going to fire the las cannon against the Riptide. And then the infantry squad is going to shoot at the stealth suit. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then 11 is the las gun. So 11 shots coming in. Solid shot grenade launcher into the stealth suit. 2 is a miss. So get that over and done with. Las guns needing 5s, 1 hit, and no wound. So just a save of 3+.
He's fine.
And he's okay. Next up is the las cannon against the Riptide. 1 is a miss. Absolutely useless. Oh, right. Charges to declare. Infantry squad into the stealth suit. You get Overwatch.
I have no CP left.
You have no CP left. You will pay the price. 7-inch charge.
Oof.
So we're going to go over underneath there like that. Just to make sure we are in the objective as well. That's disengaged from close combat. Next up, I mean, I could have stayed there, but the thing is you can still shoot. That was the problem.
Yep.
So I wanted you to have more firepower, succumbed over there, but your pesky drone was a pain in the backside. Next up is the company command squad. Do you want to Overwatch?
Again, I don't have CP, unfortunately.
No CP? No. Oh yeah. Love to, but we're going in. Secure the objective. So we're going to go in here and get stuck in. For the glory of the Emperor. Okay, your stands. And then over here, the Chimera is going to charge into your Fire Warriors.
Go for it.
And let's go 5-inch charge. Should be able to make it. And that there is the end of the charge phase. We're going to go straight on to close combat next. First, 8 attacks into your stealth suit, hitting on 5s. No auto wounds because we're close combat specialists. So 4 hits so far. That was a drop dice there. Strength is 3, toughness 4. 1 wound. Plunge the bayonet in.
No!
Yes! Killed him. Glory.
He's finally dead.
Finally dead. We've killed the stealth suit. Pain the backside unit. And we're going to stay there where we are. Chimera is going to charge and do his attacks. I get +1 to hit because of the dozer blade, would you believe? Got 5s to hit, and that's a hit. And strength 6, 7, 2s to wound. That's a wound. Do I crush the fire warrior?
No.
I don't. So that's the end of that attack there. 8 attacks. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And a 6 is a wound. Yep. Take it on a drone.
Yep, 4 saved.
Saved. The regimental commander, Cadian command squad. He's got a power fist. And unwieldy, it's -1 to hit, but hitting on 3s. So 2 hits. Strength is ×2, strength 6. 3s. 1 wound, AP -3.
Saved.
Saved! No damage there, and the Master of Ordnance, single attack need of 4, and that's a miss. So you can do your attacks back.
Okay.
Commander.
So hitting on 3s.
In all 3s.
I will re-roll with one more trait. So
2 hits only. Strength.
Strength 5.
3s.
And re-roll again. 2 saves.
2 saves.
No,
AP minus. 5s. I say 1. Damage.
Damage 1.
Feel no pain because of the medic. No. So I lose a guardsman, of which I am going to do the tough choice. I'm going to have to take the Vox Castros. Their attacks?
Frisbees of Doom. No.
Nothing. No attack. No hits there.
I missed.
Missed.
And that's it.
That's it. Yep. All the attacks are done over there. Killed the stealth suit there. So achieving objectives and morale. I've lost. Forget it over there. For purposes of morale, I get +1 to leadership there. And anything else? Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that. I think that's it. So what we're going to do now is going to calculate victory points, extend battle lines. Okay, we'll check this out. Good news for the Astra Militarum. We have secured 10 victory points at the end of this turn. So we have secured extend battle lines. So in no man's land, we've achieved an objective over there.
Yep.
And furthermore, we have secured 2 objective markers in no man's land. That's in no man's land. 1, 2. And we outnumber them in models and points value, not points value, the wounds, number of wounds in total. So we do secure that objective. So that there is the end of the turn for the Astra Militarum. We're going to go on to battle round 4, turn 4 for the forces of the Astra Militarum. Round 4. It is a slug, this game.
It is. It absolutely is.
But very enjoyable, tactical, and that's what 40k is all about. So reveal the first card.
So we have Defend Stronghold.
Yep, Defend Stronghold.
Interesting because you've got Part to Chimera on it.
Yep.
Area
Denial.
Denial. So have a unit within the centre of the board and no enemy units.
Yep.
To see if your Russ is denying that one.
And behind enemy lines.
I think we can do that one somehow.
And you can do that one as well. So, any primary objectives have you achieved?
I achieved the one objective that I control, which is my home objective, because my Fire Warriors objective secured.
Yep.
And I didn't include 2 points last round, but I would have got 4 points for having the claimed objectives from the action from the first turn.
Yep.
But that's it.
That's it. That's the beginning of Battle Round 4, Turn 4 for the Tau. We're going to go on to the command phase next for the Tau. Turn 4. Command phase over. Nothing to do.
Well, there's 2 things to do.
Oh, quickly.
So I'm going to overcharge his gun again.
Yep.
And then the Ethereal is going to try and give me another CP.
Which he does.
Yep.
So brings yours up to 2. And how many CPs have I got? I think I've got...
Just the one.
Just the one. So you're up 2 1 command points. in this phase. So that's the end of the command phase. Turn 4, movement phase for the town. End of the movement phase, turn 4. It's an event to behold. Some cheesy shenanigans. And one of the reasons I hate the tell. So tell us, Matthew, what have you done?
So the stealth suit has moved, so it's within the deployment zone, so
Yep.
I can get behind enemy lines.
Yep.
The ethereal has kind of stayed where he is because he's not doing a great deal there.
Yeah.
The Fireblade has moved back to help support the lone fire warrior who's left, who has fallen back from combat with the Chimera, and the Riptide has moved to make sure that the Chimera doesn't bother us anymore.
Yeah.
Over here, the Commander Strysak activated...
It's like, where is he? Where? What, is it he or she?
She.
Or it?
It's a she.
It's a she.
Yep.
Okay.
She activated high altitude manoeuvres, jumped up into the air and came down with her Valkyrie bodyguard, and they have taken the centre of the board. And just to make sure that in case the tank commander doesn't survive this, the crisis suits of making sure that the job gets done.
Yeah, that's what killed it, I think. I don't think we'll be able to survive. If that Leon Russ is dead, then it's pretty much game over for the Astra Militarum. But we will fight on, nonetheless, for the glory of the Emperor. Shooting phase, coming right up next. Turn fights to declare.
So, the stealth suit is going to mark like the infantry squad in front of them.
Yep.
Which they do.
They do, yep, well done.
The two drones here will mark like the tank commander. Just the one.
Just the one.
And the two drones here will mark like the Chimera.
And
Just the
one
one.
does. So one of each.
Yep.
For the purposes of markalitation. That's a word.
It's a word.
Markalitation. That sounds so weird. Anyway, is that all the Markalites?
That is all the Markalites.
All the Markalites done. Next up is firepower. Will the Markalites pay off when it comes to firepower? Suit. Going with its burst cannon.
Yep.
It's hitting on threes, yes, because the Markalite assist.
So, and because we're now at turn 4, 5s and 6s explode.
Ooh!
Yes, this is where carry on becomes fun.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
7 hits.
7 hits.
And 2s to wound.
2's to wound. Because within half range.
Yep. Because within 12.
Oh, within 12.
Yeah. So, 5 saves, no AP.
5 saves, no AP. 4 casualties. Okay, casualties are mounting up all of a sudden. And I'm going to take off. Oh, it's communication. Foxcaster. Oh dear. Losing men fast. Not good for the Astra Militarum. The Riptide, not going to supercharge, because he didn't do that for the command phase. So it's going to shoot in the Chimera. So you're going to do maximum firepower again?
Yep, so maximum firepower, not overcharging so I don't take the ones to be wounded.
Okay.
So 8 shots, hitting on 3. Thank goodness I didn't overcharge. That is, however, 6 hits.
6 hits. Okay, because they you get extra.
Yep,
don't you? Yep.
for it being the closest unit.
Yep.
And then strength 8, so 3s.
3 to wound, yep. Up to 7.
So that's 4 at -3.
4 at -3, each does 3 damage.
Yes.
I'm going to have a heroic moment here. I need to call upon Patreons. We have 2 Patreons left. We're going to do Devon Matthews. We will save Maxfield Knuckles for a bit later on. So Devon Matthews first. He's a colonel of the Army Group. And he's a YouTube member. Wow. Prime YouTube member. Thank you for your support. And 1 has saved.
So it still lives at the moment.
It still lives at the moment.
9 damage.
So it's only how many damage is it at a time?
It's damage 3 when you
Damage 3. So 9 wounds. And then
the plasma rifles.
Plasma rifles could finish it off here.
Oh, it's 4 hits. 4 hits.
4 hits.
Yep. And only 2 wounds, but it is -4, so I believe that is
bypasses the armour. There's nothing I can do. And does it explode? It does not explode. No. There are occupants inside the Chimera. So we have the Castellan and remnants of the infantry squad from the shock troopers. Any rolls of 1, models are slain.
That's good.
None are slain. Chimera emergency disembarkation protocol has been activated. The emergency disembarkation has been activated, and we have to say farewell to Daniel Baker, a fellow Patreon on the channel. Declare your shooting.
So we're going to start with the lone fire warrior here. He's going to take his few shots at the stormtroopers.
Now I know there's a lot of firepower coming, so I'm going to spend the stratagem now. So Cadius stands. So
I think you should have to shout it every time you use this stratagem.
Cadius stands!
Yeah, there we go.
Cadius stands, boys. Come on! And ladies!
So force to hit. So
1 hit.
1 hit, but that does count as 2.
Yep. Force to wound. Regardless.
Just the 1.
Just the 1?
-1.
-1. No. Cadius stood. That's 1.
So the fire blade's also going to fire as well.
Yep.
So it's 2 shots, and he misses.
Missed? Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, so we'll move to the Valkyries next, who've just dropped in.
Yep.
So they will get the reroll ones from...
oh no, I just realised something. I've got no CP left, and I can't do smoke.
Oh no.
I've run out of smoke, sir.
Uh-oh.
They've stolen the initiative.
So we'll start with the plasma rifles. We'll fire... I might fire the burst cannons.
This is a killer. This is a killer. Oh!
Yeah, we'll have there's 3 burst cannons that are in range, so we'll fire them at the...
so this will count as obscuring, so it'll be -1.
Apologies, 2.
That's all right. No, actually, I'm just saying you can shoot, but it'd be -1 because of the foliage.
No, there's one that's not, because it is obscuring terrain as well.
Okay.
So there's one that isn't... yeah, so it's going to have to be... Let's try and kill the Chimera again.
Yeah. Try the Chimera.
So 2 burst cannons at the ordnance guns,
Yep.
1 burst cannon at the Chimera, and the special burst cannon at the other Chimera.
Okay. Lots of splitting of firepower here. Let's see if it pays off.
Yes, and then everything else at the tank commander.
At the tank commander.
So I'll start with the plasma rifles.
Plasma rifles.
So there's 4 of them in this squad.
No smoke has been activated. So
that is 2 extra hits.
2 extra hits.
And 2 hits because of the Markite.
Yeah.
Strength 9.
Toughness 8.
So that's 4 at -4.
So I do get 6 up saves. And I will spend my last Patreon. Maxfield Knuckles. This is his vehicle. And I need to grab some dice. Maxfield Knuckles, another faithful regimental commander of the 501st Knuckleheads. 6s to save. I need 4 6s. If I do 4 6s, this will turn into a YouTube short. I want glory. You ready?
Yep.
You want a YouTube short?
Yeah.
You want a YouTube short?
Kinda do.
It's coming! A valiant attempt! I saved 1.
So that's 9 damage. So
9 damage. Oh, I've got 5+ invulnerable save. Because of the Tech Priest Engine Seer.
Yep, 6 damage.
So 6 damage. Aha! I'm remembering the rules! Wounds remain. Thanks to the Tech Priest Engine Seer, it's still alive.
So, missile pods next.
Missile pods.
It's only 1 extra hit.
1 extra hit.
But that is everything hit.
But, oh yes, they therefore hit. Strength is 8.
Strength 8, yep, so 4s.
4's the wound, toughness 8.
So 5 saves at -2, and these are 2 damage each.
Okay. Over here, so 4 to save. Oh no, it's gone. Ah, you're joking. I've got no CP left, I can't re-roll. It's gone.
Does he explode?
Maxfield Knuckles did help with the invuln save, but his tank is gone. Again. Does it explode? Oh, I was going to do Vengeful Salute as well. Oh, ran out of stratagems. It does!
It does, oh no.
It does detonate. So, D3 mortal wounds on the engine seer. Takes 3 mortal wounds, he's down to 1. I'm going to check how many wounds he's got, but he may have one wound remaining. D3 mortal wounds on your crisis battlesuits. 1 mortal wound. Typical! 1 mortal wound. And then we will check anything else that is in range off camera. Oh dear. The sign of the times. Oh dear, there was a tank. It's gone now. It's history.
So
any other firepower?
Yep, so it's the burst cannons next. So the ones on the field guns.
Yep.
It's not great, so I'll reroll the ones for being next to the commander. So that's 1, 2, 3 hits, because they're not the closest unit. So
Check the stat lines here for the field ordnance gun. Hold on right a second. It's toughness 4, but it's got 6 wounds with a 4+ armor save.
So 3 ups because it's strength 5, because
we're
within 12. So 2 saves, no AP.
2 saves, no AP. 4+ save. I saved 1, so it's down to 5 wounds remaining on Marcus Fraser's field gun, and that's the wounded model there. Anything else?
Yep, so the burst cannon on the wounded chimera on the right hand side.
Okay, with 1 wound remaining.
I hit him twice.
Yep.
I rerolled the ones for the commander, so I hit him 3 times.
Hit him 3 times. Toughness 7.
So 5s.
2 wounds.
Twice. No AP, 1 damage.
2+ armor save because of armor tracks. Boxcars! It's still alive! Unbelievable. Oh.
And the overpowered burst cannon at the other chimera.
Okay, the chimera 4 remaining.
Ones. So that's actually really good.
Strength.
Still strength 5.
This is on
this one.
what's the damage?
It's damage 1, but this is at AP -1.
Yep.
So 3 saves.
3 saves. Becomes +1, -1. 3 up saves. Saved all 3. Still alive.
Fine.
Oh.
So we'll do the commander next. So they're the closest, I think. Yep.
Okay.
So she'll fire her high yield burst cannon at them.
Yep.
And she'll fire all of the anti-tank weapons, so the missile pods and the fusion gun at the chimera.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the burst cannon.
Yep.
2s to hit.
2s to hit. Dave all hits, plus you get additional hits as well.
Yep.
That
so
is ridiculous.
6 extra hits.
6 extra hits? Where's all this firepower come up? You got no models left. It acts as though you got a full army again. I can't be bothered with it anymore. What do I have to do?
So only winning on 4s though, but I do reroll.
This is against the chimera.
No, this is against the these guys.
Infantry.
Yeah.
Oh, Cadia stands. Yes, of course. The stratagem still applies.
So that's 13 saves at -1.
13 saves. I'm going to borrow your dice just to save a bit of time. Oh, these dice feel very strange in my hand. Will they help me? So AP minus.
AP -1.
AP -1, so 6. Wow. they actually help me a little bit. They look very Slaneshi.
They were for a Slaneshi army at one point.
Oh, right. Oh. I just touched heresy.
You did just heresy. I did just draw you into that trap.
You did indeed. So 4. So the casualties numbers are those, and those. That's the squad wiped out, sadly. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They're gone. And I think, judging by the game, it may be game over for the Astra Militarum. It may be. But I have to remove my fellow patrons. A day of mourning. A day of mourning. So we have Shay Strait, also known as Cadian Sergeant Steele, Josh Caudle. We have Mr. Eggsauce, who never got to fire his plasma gun, sadly. George Whitehall, Phil Marshall, and an anonymous guardsman. How sad. They are removed as casualties. Only the Castellan remains. Cadia stands. Did not help. I've been discussing off camera whether we should continue this invasion for this particular front line, and I've decided as High Lord General of the Army Group is to fall back and reposition and regroup for another assault for another time. The casualties are too high and totally unacceptable. Basically, from a gaming perspective, I'm not going to achieve the objectives that I want to, really. They've still yet to fire. That Lee and Russ is probably going to die, most likely. And I've got no infantry left to secure OBSEC. And I've literally got characters twisting in the breeze, doing nothing. Command and control structure has been disintegrated here. So, what an epic game. What an epic game it has been. So, the Tau have their victory against the Army Group. So that concludes the game. So we're going to talk about units of the game. So units of the game for the Astra Militarum. Units that did well. The Bane Sword did pretty well, clearing a path. It was a nightmare for the Tau. But once that was destroyed, it was like, it's just stuff was starting to like give up, really, basically, when it comes to shooting and that. There's a bit of a letdown over there when it came to the battle cannon firepower, unfortunately, from this tank here. So the Chimeras, to be honest with you, they did really well.
They were really good.
They did really, really well. The multi-laser, I have respect for now.
It is so good now.
It is so good.
6 shots. 4 shots.
4 shots at strength 6, AP -1.
Yeah.
And with turret weapon as well on top of that, giving it +1 to hit. Very, very good again. And command and control as well. At long last, you can actually issue an order from a Chimera without spending any CPs. Brilliant, brilliant move. Good choices there. And with armoured tracks as well, giving them that upgrade. Very useful indeed. The field ordnance guns, they did okay. Not too bad. I like them. They're a good little bit of artillery support there. If you give them, pound them to dust with the mechanised order from the Warlord trait for superior tactical training, very, very useful to have there. But unfortunately, he was too busy occupied sorting out the mess on the left flank over there. So at least they survived the post-fall of Cadian detachment there. The Sentinels did absolutely nothing. Just did nothing. Stupid stealth troop. Well, not stupid, very clever use of stealth troops and a flipping drone over there. Pain in the backside that it has been. Not a single las cannon salvo has been fired from that squadron over there. So, units of the game. I'm going to give it to the spear. I'm going to give it to the Bane Sword. It was very powerful. It did blow away key units eventually. Now it is for the turn for the Tau. The Tau, which units have been your best unit of the game.
I mean, if we don't give it to the lone stealth suits that managed to hold up pretty much an entire flank on their own, I don't think I'd have won this game, to be quite honest.
No.
Pinning a good few units back in the corner of the battlefield so that they couldn't do anything was really useful. The Ghost Keel was very useful this game as well, just generally causing issues.
Yeah.
The Riptide always does well, and Crisis Suits always do well.
Yeah, that Riptide is an absolute beast when it came to just withstanding a ton of firepower.
Having a bit of terrain to manoeuvre around.
Yeah, the obscure terrain really helped you keep that model alive. So, units of the game?
Definitely the stealth suits.
Definitely the stealth suits.
Definitely the
stealth suits. Stealth suits will have the honorary unit of the game. So it's a Tau victory. The campaign will still continue the invasion of this Tau Sept world. So what's the Tau Sept called?
So the Tau Sept is the Sharoon Sept.
The Sharoon Sept. And I have respect for them when it comes to their firepower and deadly accuracy there. So we will think and reconsider a new course of action when it comes to relaunching the assault for the 18th Cadian Army Group here. So that concludes this particular scenario. If you want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/JBWargamer87. Become a YouTube member of the Army Group itself. There's even more perks that you can unlock now. The new tier system is so much better, so much more organised, and it's easier to control as well. You control your own loyalty when it comes to how long you support me for. And the longer you are loyal, the higher in rank you will be in amongst the Army Group itself. And for those that are subscribed for free, big thank you to you as well. Please remember, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share this video, and hit the bell button so you will not miss another video. Special thank you to all the sponsors as well, to the Outpost Gaming. The affiliation link will be above as well, or in the iCard above and the video description below. Massive shout out to all the Patreons that are supporting me right now. Special thank you to you all. Without your support, these battle reports will not be possible. Do check out the goals, what I have for the future. Do check that out on patreon.com/18th Cadian Army Group. Yes, it's no longer JB Wargamer 87. Even though it's a JB Wargamer 87 production, this channel is all about the 18th Cadian Army Group and that of the Ultramarines and 40k content in general. JB Wargamer 87 have a separate YouTube channel when it comes to historical gaming and other gaming mechanics and that kind of thing. So there you go. So that concludes this fight. Special thank you to Matthew Kelly, who has come down all the way from Nottingham, the HQ headquarters of Games Workshop itself. And what else was I going to say? Yes, and a big shout out to your local wargaming club as well. Yeah. Big shout out to them. What are they called again? Sorry?
So Broads and Swords Hobbies.
Broads and Swords Hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to those members as well, and dedication to those fellow comrades of the hobby itself. So there you go. That concludes another battle report on the 18th Cadian Army Group YouTube channel. Special thank you to all for your watching. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, happy wargaming.